Cornton Vale Prison near Stirling houses all of Scotland's 400 women inmates, ranging from first offenders and prostitutes to murderers and drug dealers.
I've been here since I was 16, so it's devastating.
Shut the fuck up!
Just because they're behind bars, though, doesn't mean the women are prepared to change their ways.
I think I'll go out, have a bottle of wine, but then I start on a bottle of wine and then I go to a bottle of wine to some Ectos, to some Valley, and then to a bottle of vodka or something like that, and just go right in a circle and back in the jail. I go.
With many of the women dealing with traumatic pasts and addictions, it's a huge task for the prison to deal with their behaviour. Girls Behind Bars follows the lives of several of the women, showing the highs and the lows of prison life.
I just want to die.
As well as the release stories.
Oh, I'm actually
as they head back into their communities.
It's great, man. Just hope I'm never back in there again. Never say never, though.
You get to the point where you don't want to leave the jail and people go, oh, that's crazy. It's not. What are you going out to?
Prisoners who are waiting for trial are held in the remand block. They're more privileged and get more freedom than the mainstream population.
Give me a kiss for me night and a cuddle and I'll flew tomorrow.
Staff are not surprised to see a regular inmate return. 34-year-old Teresa has been in and out of Cornton Vale since she was 16 and is a well-known heroin addict.
There's a very few lasses getting this block, but they'll give me a shout straight away as soon as they get a bit, obviously, because I'm good with everybody, man. I'll give anybody. You know what I mean? I'm not going to do my drugs, so I expect it back, of course, you know what I mean? And I do get it back when the lasses get it.
For the prison, stopping the endless attempts by inmates to get drugs in is a constant battle.
The drugs come in various ways. This jail is very, very open, so the majority of drugs come in over the fence. And we're not talking small amounts, we're talking large amounts. It's picked up by a gardener, by a passwoman, and it's distributed around the jail. No matter what we do, stop them bringing drugs in, they will always find a way to bring them in. And I've never known a place like it, because it's so open, the drugs are everywhere.
I usually just get them to throw it over the fence and that. And then it means I'm getting a lot more in, I'll get an ounce in a day or whatever. But I'm trying not to go down that road now.
An alternative method to get drugs in is to try to get a pass at a visit. But this carries far greater risk. Visitors face random searches on the way in, and all visits are carefully monitored by staff who know every trick in the book.
Everyone's got their own technique. Some people use their mouths, some people use their hands, some people, it'll be a little brush past them. I've seen that many ways of passing drugs in a visit, you wouldn't believe it, honest to God.
Teresa has been suffering from withdrawals for 2 days, so she's prepared to risk getting caught having a heroin handover during visits.
I'll be angry if there's nothing there for me, but I'm not expecting a parcel today. But I'm automatically putting suspicion for it, innit? Because of my previous sentences.
Teresa is currently awaiting High Court trial after getting caught with drugs in Cornton Vale during her last sentence. And the consequences of getting caught during today's visit are massive. Across in the care unit, there's an emergency. One of the women is unconscious. 19-year-old Zoe has tied a piece of plastic round her neck.
What was it this time?
Same.
Open your mouth, stick it into something.
The staff are in time to save her life.
You get in your spine.
me. Have you got any nails bang?
Aye, and I've fucking loved it, no.
So it isn't that bad.
It is.
It's never that bad. Come on, we've had this discussion before.
It only takes 2.5 minutes to dry. So we'll do it. We'll just wait until he's do the check and then we'll do it.
Okay. Alright.
Zoe is determined to end her life, often tying ligatures around her neck 3 or 4 times a day.
She has been a prolific self-harmer for a while, but the past maybe 2 or 3 remands, her ligature usage has been off the chart. It's been really, really bad. For about 2 remands, I'd probably say I've been involved in about 15, 16 times with Zoe having a ligature in her neck. So she's not playing at it.
Keep the covers below the neck. Thank you.
With many of the women determined to find ways of killing themselves, the staff are constantly on alert to try and save them. Zoe has suffered from years of sexual abuse and is reluctant to open up about it.
See this? It's not a life and it's not an answer. And you're not getting anywhere with it. See if somebody's committed a crime against you, they need to be dealt with. Instead of you sat here for petty wee offences because you can't get your head around it and you're bevying, you're giving yourself a life sentence. And just remember, these people are invincible. They always get caught out in the end. But we'll do what we can do for you, right? But you need to take responsibility.
I will. I'll be open. I won't come up in it until
You need to, because see if you don't, it's just going to eat you up, Zoe. You can't keep it going. I don't want to be the one to pick up the phone to your mum and dad and say Zoe's committed suicide, because that's what happened. Aye? Listen, just hang in there. We'll do what we can, right, but you need to hang in there. Never go to bed on an argument. Good night. Because Zoe's so intent on killing herself, there'll be our officer at her door 24/7 basically, until we can get her some help. Until she gets it in her head that she's going to take something forward and get some closure, then we're going to be having this for the rest of her sentence and our next remand, because she will be back, unfortunately.
I got something, I got my pencil.
Sorry?
I got my pencil, so I did. A wee bird got caught in the visit room getting hers, so I think that took the distraction away, because they were actually quite on top of me in the day. So that'll do me, because I've got a parcel coming in on Saturday, but the one that's coming in on Saturday's an ounce a kit, a bit of crack when you go. So I'll have my good parcel on Saturday, and then every Saturday after that, and I'll get a parcel every Saturday after that, so it means I'll not need to do anything in the visiting rooms again, thank fuck.
Unfortunately, the majority of women who come into Cornton Vale will be drug users, and they will generally be using illicit drugs, and that will not stop just because they come into prison. There's a myth that prisons should do enough to stop drugs coming into prison, and that is just not possible to do. As long as there are drugs in society, there will be drugs in prison. That's not to say we take that lightly, we do what we can to stop it. However, the fact is, almost all of the women who come in here will be addicted to something. They will do anything they can to get hold of those drugs because they need them.
96% of women in Cornton Vale have used heroin.
Go and shut the officer until she needs a nurse.
Many suffer painful withdrawals on arrival.
When I come in here, I had a big crack a bit and a smack a bit, so I was on both. We all go through that when we come in. It's what happens to you when you come in the jail. I suppose that's your punishment, isn't it? Coming here and rattling.
If we're on drugs, we tend to be chaotic in our lifestyle and our decision making.
The prison offers drug awareness and addiction courses for the women that want to try and change. Lisa has signed up. Because Lisa is showing signs that she wants to deal with her addiction, she's been upgraded to the most privileged part of the prison.
It's just like the Travel Lodge.
It's not like a jail at all. I'm going to try and stay on here for the rest of my sentence.
This is Lisa's first visit to a Scottish prison.
Well, I was down at Aberdeen. I was working as a prostitute at the time, down at the harbour, and I just ended up selling a bit of drugs and that. I wasn't really a big drug dealer. I'd more rob punters, rob the money. That's mainly what I go to jail for. Just say I'm going to do business with him, take the trousers down and take the wallet. I do it all the time. I've took cars, I've took everything off punters. That's what I've been doing since I was 18. But I'm trying not to do it no more. Because a few of my friends have been killed from it. So I'm trying to keep away from it.
Lisa believes she went off the rails when she was 11, after her dad committed suicide.
I really miss my dad. If my dad was here, I wouldn't be in the jail. But because he died, he basically cracked me up because I was daddy's girl, and I knew he was going to do it. He told me he was going to do it. I went through a lot with my dad. So I really miss him, I do. Being a heroin addict's just no life at all. Been raped and everything through prostitution, and that's all through drugs. If I wasn't on them drugs, I wouldn't have done that kind of thing. So that's what they do to you.
Zoe is on 24-hour suicide watch.
So I just want to die. See when I cut myself, that's just a relief. But when I tie something in my neck, that's just when I want to die. It's just because what I'm going through.
The first thing I do is just look and see her face, because usually you can tell by the degree of blue to purple how kind of close a call it is. Because sometimes if the scissors aren't going to come in time, you kind of contemplate having to rip it off.
Are you allowed to do that?
Aye, God aye. Or buy time until the scissors get there, we kind of try to release a bit of pressure to get a bit of blood back into the person's brain.
I was hoping that I would just tie it around my neck and that would be it. But because they still find me and cut it off my neck, I just get aggressive and angry. It's just the way I feel. I want to just stay myself in. As soon as I get a chance, I will. But I don't think I'll not have a chance for quite a few days now, so I'll be alright.
Zoe is convinced that she needs to take her own life. Her hall houses all the women that are suffering from mental illness, are serious and persistent self-harmers, or are suicidal.
You go sit down there. Minnie, go sit down there. Stay away the new Janie.
Some women will go to extreme lengths to cut and to harm themselves.
It could be anything. It could be a strap off pyjama bottoms. It could be get curtains up and they use the tie backs off the curtains. They use the bin bags. It's basically anything they can get their hands on. It's amazing what you can come up with if you've got 24 hours a day to look for something. They can also come in with things banked meaning that they secrete the stuff inside themselves. So they can come in with bits of metal, they can come in with blades, they can come in with glass, they can use a TV glass and smash it and bank it for later. So even if we catch them on one occasion, we've always got something else for later.
Cornton Vale has a reputation, certainly with the tabloid media, that it's a place where suicides happen on a regular basis, where suicides are the fault of the people who work in the prison, and I think this is a very, very poor impression of what happens in Cornton Vale. I'm very proud of what the staff do here. Lots of the women here want to harm themselves. Thankfully, not many of them, I think, want to kill themselves. However, sometimes self-harm episodes can obviously go to somebody dying.
There are no drugs coming into the remand hall, and many of the women have painful withdrawals, known as rattling. Teresa and her roommate Debbie are suffering.
I've not had any heroin for 2 days, so I'm feeling a bit rough. Supposed to have a visit with the Wayne tomorrow, but the drugs come. Sorry, that's terrible saying that. But I've cancelled the visit with the Wayne. My main priority is drugs. You know, I know the Wayne's getting looked after, but the three Waynes are, so it's drugs in it. It's the number one. So you've got to look forward to this child really.
Teresa has serious contacts on the outside and decides to try and arrange a drugs parcel. She phones all the people she knows that might be prepared to risk bringing drugs in at her visit tonight.
I'll get a phone after 7 then, right? Thanks very much, bye. She's been taking me into the nursery now.
Her perseverance pays off as 2 contacts agree to the drop-off.
Bye, bye. He's coming up to the visit tonight. Everything's supposedly going alright, so no fingers crossed or anything, you know what I mean? You're John. He's coming in to see you, Stephen's coming up to see me.
Yes.
He thought it was 3 o'clock. I said, no, 7. I know.
6. All I see on the phone is going to make sure Bobby and Barry's picked up. That's it. Bobby Brown and Barry White. You know what I mean? I don't even mention their second names. That's my kit and my crack.
Aye, well, they're coming up tonight anyway. He's leaving at 5 o'clock.
They're leaving at 5?
Aye, they've got
I've got it sorted, mate. I'm getting on my method out any day now. And that's the only way I think I'll stay clean.
What?
Is being on meth. Plus I'll be smashed. So, it's a cheap drug in the jail, innit? So, I just want to be on it to be out my face, really, to tell you the truth. To be truthful right now, but the doctor can't know that. Can't wait.
Apart from the methadone, Lisa also has something else to look forward to.
First visit since I've been in the jail. I've been in the jail 7 months and never had a visit. And it's just nice to get a visit with someone from outside, do you know what I mean? See my Valentine's card I got today.
At least I got the Valentine's card.
Right, see you later, right.
No, I'm not going yet. I'm not going yet, baby.
At least my pallet's coming. See me from Aberdeen. I want to have a good visit. Because I had a visit since I've been here. So I'm going to have a nice visit. Mum.
She's all excited. I'm quite happy for her because she's not really had a visit, so I think it's about time that she spoke to somebody from the outside world and got a wee bit of normality back in her life because it has been a while. And it'll just be good to see her coming back, being chuffed, being happy about something that's a wee bit more normal to us because it is quite hard when you get into a different routine here. So we'll just have to hope that things go well for her. Hope that she's happy.
Lisa's visitor is a no-show.
I don't want to sit down here, man. It does my head in. What's that? I don't know. Obviously, my visitor hadn't turned up, but I don't give a fuck 'cause it's not my boyfriend. It was just someone who was coming to visit me. So there you go. If it was my man that let me down, please believe me, I'd go nuts. I would kill him. Pissed off. Hate sitting down here. Do you see, if it was my boyfriend or what, I'd go nuts. Because that's bad, you know, leaving someone sat here like a fucking idiot.
As she lives in England, Lisa's not expecting another visit during her last month inside. In the remand hall, the girls are still rattling. And there's been bad news.
The 2 cunts that were supposed to come up, they didn't get hold of them to the last minute there. They said they needed to get organised. They couldn't come up today, so I have to book it for Monday.
I was playing the big game. Big game, give me a turn. Teresa,
what?
Let's go.
In an attempt to find relief from their withdrawals, the girls go to watch the evening queue for medicine, in case they can persuade some of the other inmates to help them out.
They got them watch for the candidates in it, see who's the usual suspects for getting it. Talk them in there, if you can use something.
The girls are also on the lookout for new inmates who often come in banking drugs inside themselves. Sometimes, new inmates can be persuaded to share.
When do you come in then? You're probably too wee to reach his arm anyway. That's maybe
They immediately spot a new girl who has a habit and reckon she's a potential saviour. With no drugs in the hall, this could be the best chance of success, even though the new girl is adamant she's not holding back.
Come on, not my mates' way. Wow, you just make coffee. Wow! Joke, mate, I'm joking. Yeah, shake my paw, shake my paw.
She was fucking right to her box. She was lying under there this morning, and I thought she took a fit. But I'm like that to every cunt, she's took a fit next to her. And then I've not seen her all day. And then it was just at the Medi the night I seen her. Her eyes were pure pinned. I was like, she's fucking got, man. So that's how we all got in about earlier.
I says, well, sort out the trips. She says, oh, it was yesterday, I had it yesterday.
She's holding, man.
She's got.
Well,
and we're getting if she has.
Got my cost in the back of the dress, ready to go.
Come on, let's go. She's no shy, no she is. She'll be straight in there asking them if they've got any and she'll get it. You alright, babe?
The girls are convinced they've stumbled onto a gold mine, as long as they can maintain the pressure to share. Their women's intuition eventually pays off.
I know her. She's a wee to toilet, get out. Wee toilet, get out, watch this, swipe. Swipe, it's coming out. Get your ball! Get the ball! Good She's come in with an ounce. She's only got dust left.
Yeah. I'm on top of the world. Aye, fuck man. Rattle me my balls.
My hair's roots. You know that shoot, what's the
Heart's going 10 to the dozen.
Really?
Aye, man. Got to watch for her now, man, because they're all good at just firing in there and pulling them into rooms. So just watch for her, like, make sure she gets back to her own room, so that we're getting that. You know, we'll protect her, we'll keep all the rest of them back for her. You know what I mean? You'll be alright. Morning, hen. Bye. Bye. Chasing the dragon obviously is when you're chasing it on the foil. But you've got to do the chase to get the fucking cat in the first place, to chase it in the foil, you know what I mean? Obviously she's sitting with a lot more. So if she didn't put a bit in the wraps for each of us, might as well have just snatched out her on. It's jail life for you, innit? But she put a bit in the foil and then she put 4 wraps out. Gave us all a wrap each, you know what I mean? But we'll look after her, you know what I mean? Obviously we've got to put the pressure on for her to declare. But we'll give her things, no, we'll look after her because you see the mess here. She's not get fucking toiletries or nothing, snout, all that shit, so we'll give her everything that she needs, you know what I mean?
After several months in the remand hall, waiting for her murder trial, Carol Ann is writing her first letter to her teenage son.
I'm charged with murder, and yes, unfortunately it did happen. But I didn't just go up to Billy and stab him. We were in a fight, and the third thing I grabbed for was a knife. It was self-defence, look. If I could turn back time, look, but I can't.
Carol Ann is accused of murdering her partner.
We were in the living room, he punched me. I got up to run in the kitchen, and he pushed me against the wall, and I turned round and he grabbed me by the throat. So he's flinging punches while he's holding me by the throat and I'm trying to block them. But I'm blind reaching at the same time. So the first time I got the kettle and I tried to hit him with it to get him off me. I missed him. And then it was 2 coffee jars. 1 coffee jar first, missed. The second one, tried again, missed. So the 4th thing I grabbed for was a knife. And I've just went like that, I've stabbed him there. And I sliced the pulmonary artery. and that's the artery going to his heart. And that was him. Nothing I could have done to bring him back or save his life, nothing. I'm gutted, I must admit I'm gutted. I'll just need to wait and see if I'm going to get the jail for it. Which, obviously there's a life going, but it just wasn't meant.
Hearing reports of last night's drug activity in the remand hall, the prison have split up the main culprits by moving Debbie to another hall.
Try to say we were bullying Medai last night. Bullshit, man. No, I mean, you make her carry on, make a joke like that, know what I mean? But obviously the screws heard it and put a complaint in against us, so the supervisor spoke to us this morning, said that I'm here to stay, Debbie's away back earlier.
Since she's trying to bully, Teresa's not a bully. She's not a bully. She'll ask people for things, she doesn't go up and intimidate them, she's fine. It's them. They're on top of her. Every time she's in, they're on top of her, it's a shame.
So just lie down and die.
We'll survive. We're survivors. We're fighters.
Debbie has now been separated from the other women and has no access to drugs.
Hard work. Hard work. Just lethargic, no energy. Just about to lie in a bar, sore back. The beds don't help, do you know what I mean? Beds don't help. It's terrible, isn't it? You're fine for 2 days and then you're rough for 2 days and you're fine, and that's why you call it chasing a habit, innit?
Zoe has attacked one of the staff. She is furious that they're stopping her from taking her own life. The staff are left with no option other than to restrain her.
Right, so we're going to bring you up to your knees, okay? So I want you on the count of 3, I just want you simply to bring your knees up to your chest and go no further, do you understand? Right. 1, 2, 3. Bring your knees up to your chest. Okay, stay with your eye. Okay? Right. What we're going to do is we're going to bring you up to your feet. Okay? Do you understand me? On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Fucking get down!
Zoe's been quite a difficult person to manage. She's very young, she's very small, and when you see her you think that she wouldn't have the ability to be quite so destructive as she is occasionally, mainly to herself of course, but also sometimes to staff. And she has assaulted staff a number of times.
Oh, you fucking cow!
When Zoe loses her temper, she thinks nothing through. She goes from 0 to 60 in about 1 second, and there's no reasoning with her, there's no rationalising with her. She just goes for it and that's it. But we know what Zoe's like, we know what's going to take place, so we start locking the block up.
I gave you an instruction, I'm locking up, okay?
It's important to get it under control, because if something's left to escalate, then the danger is that there's going to be a member of staff hurt, seriously hurt, or the prison's going to be seriously hurt.
On my count of 3.
There are strict restraint guidelines which the staff have to follow.
We're not there to inflict pain on a prisoner, but when we control a prisoner, if a prisoner is non-compliant, we will put as much pain as is necessary for them to comply. The pressure will be removed when they comply to our instructions. So we're thinking about her safety even if she's not thinking about her safety.
It takes over 20 minutes to restrain Zoe.
She clearly has had a difficult background. Life is difficult for Zoe, whether she's in custody or not. And I suppose she's a good example of the type of young woman that should be diverted from a prison setting, because I don't think that prison is doing Zoe any good at all.
Almost every one of the 400 inmates in Cornton Vale has a serious addiction issue. And many use drugs to self-medicate following a history of abuse.
I got abused when I was a young lassie, right up till I was 16. I never reported them to the police or anything. I was in care, in and out care all the days. I left Kellow Secure Unit and came straight to Cornton Vale. So, and then I've just been in and out every year ever since. Drugs blanks everything out, doesn't it? But you've got to get money for your drugs, so then you start committing crime, you know what I mean? I just need to face up to my problems, really, you know what I mean? Start dealing with them as they come along, you know what I mean? And not putting them at the back of my head. And then maybe I will have the attitude to go out there and know when to use and that again. But I think I just need to sort it out my head first.
Lisa has started taking methadone, hoping to control her heroin cravings when she gets out. But the drug is having a big effect on her.
Don't know what it is, what's wrong with Jules. I'm a bit depressed today. I've been a bit depressed for a couple of days now, so I have.
I've been a little bit worried about Lisa especially because she's just started on her methadone and she hasn't been well every afternoon. And I've been concerned that maybe she's even overdosing on the methadone. She's in a foul mood and every little thing, and she's getting angry about little tiny things, and I'm trying to protect her. Although she's a very strong character, I'm trying to protect her from the rest of the work party. She thinks she can cope with it all, but she's obviously having trouble, but she's not prepared to admit it.
You got a pair of gloves?
I've got some blue ones.
No, I'm not wearing them fucking horrible things. Fuck that.
As you can see just then, she's not right. She's very, very irritable. I might send her back to the block. Sometimes it's just the best thing for the rest of the work party, otherwise they're going to be fighting in here and I don't want that.
I'm not picking no rubbish up that cliff, by the way.
Lisa, can you get the rubbish in the corner here?
Lisa is arguing with two other inmates in the garden work party.
Them two know how to gang up, that's all it is. But they can't gang up on me because I'm not scared and you know I'm not.
And you are not meant to be smoking up here.
Sorry, I'm just not well, Andy.
No.
Andy, I'm not well today and you know I'm not.
You were on report for smoking. And now you're smoking.
I'm sorry, I forgot all about it.
Lisa is skating on thin ice and may lose her job, her privileges, and be downgraded to the mainstream population.
She's in an absolute foul temper over here and causing a lot of problems in the work party. So I just told her to go and take some time out. She's obviously not right.
To stop her fighting, Lisa is sent back to her cell.
I had to come back to that fat slag. I'm gonna end up punching her in the fucking mouth. I am, so I am. Don't know if she thinks she is. Her and her fucking stupid midden girlfriend. They're always fucking sitting there cussing this person, cussing that person. They're both middens, man. Both tramps. One of them's a fucking beast that's been in for granny bashing grandmas before. You know what I mean?
Like, Lisa's doing the right thing and walking away because there's not worth taking a downgrade for.
I ain't scared of none of them, I'll fight them both. That's why I've come back, because he knows that. Andy knows that too. That's why, exactly why I've come back. Fucking bombs.
In the remand hall, Carol Ann is about to have her first meeting with her QC. She's hoping that he will have good news about what to expect.
I'm excited. Put it that way, I'm excited. But see, if he says to me I can't get out and bail, I'm wanting bail and find out what's going to happen. I'll find out the night, hopefully. And if I'm going to get out on Tuesday.
After spending years inside, Teresa knows things don't always go your way.
I just feel as if she's setting her sights up for a big fucking heavy letdown. She's going to be pure gutted at the end of it, so she is. She's expecting to go in bail, and it's not going to happen. She's saying she shouldn't have been here and all that. Of course she should, a life for a life. You know what I mean? Obviously circumstances and that. But she's still got to fucking do a bit of time for it, you know what I mean? She can't walk for a murder.
I just don't want to do for here. You know what I mean? I just don't think it's right for what I'm in. I mean, it was self-defence. 100% self-defence. So I'll just need to wait and see. Fingers crossed.
A week after starting her methadone course, Lisa has lost her job and has been put on governor's report for smoking in the health centre.
193753. Lisa married it. I look a bit rough because I don't feel too good today.
Smoking is only allowed in cells or during outside exercise time.
I was in the health centre where I noticed there was a strong smell of cigarette smoke. I proceeded to the waiting area where I saw prisoner Lisa Marriott drop a lit cigarette to the floor and exhale smoke from her mouth.
You didn't actually see the fag in my hand, Nicky. You seen the fag down on the floor between my legs. No smoke was coming. You never, honestly, the cigarette was not mine. I'm not lying. It wasn't my cigarette. Honestly, it wasn't. It got thrown in between my legs on the floor. Honest to God, Nicky, I'm not lying. It was not my cigarette. The cigarette I was smoking in the yard was mine, but that wasn't my cigarette.
You saw Lisa drop a lit cigarette to the floor and exhale smoke from her mouth.
But it wasn't my cigarette. Honestly, it was not.
Nikki's quite clear that she saw you drop a lit cigarette. In my view, I'm going to find you guilty of the charge of smoking in an area of the prison where you're not permitted to do so. Okay? But I'm a bit concerned that I don't think there's any link between you being put on report and you losing your job.
I tried my hardest to work, and I feel like he sacked me just because of that atmosphere, and I don't think that's fair. I'm stuck in Peebles without a job, and I've never had a day off work.
You're always very pleasant. You're always.
I am pleasant, stuff. I am.
So what's gone wrong then?
Just getting a bit too much for me now, Governor, because I don't see my family. It's 7 months now, and it's getting a bit too much for me.
Lisa has been downgraded to the mainstream prison and has lost her job and privileges.
The fox blocked the back!
It's blocked! Fuck! Just pissed off, because I've been downgraded for 2 fucking slags, man. But never mind, I'm smashed off my meth, so my faith. I'm out my head, so I am. Smashed last night, I was. Off methadone, it's smashing me, it's made me out my head. So...
Why don't you stop taking it?
Huh?
Why don't you stop taking it?
No, I like it. It'll keep me clean off the drugs, so it will.
Lisa needs to get stable and used to the effects of the drug before she's released in 3 weeks' time.
Straight away. Methadone makes me itch so much.
Carol Ann is back from seeing her QC.
Oh, she's great.
See, she's told you, I fucking knew.
She's had her heat getting out the door and she's not getting in.
I told her, she'd get her head out the clouds. 6 years and all that.
It isn't up to, but we man, it's up to the judge.
Lynette! Don't get near the new hen. She's greeting then. She's been to see a lawyer.
I'll see her then.
I knew that, man. I fucking knew she was going to be gutted, man. It's her first time in the jail and she thinks she knows everything. And she knows fuck all, man. And I'm sick of telling her, stop building your hopes up. You're going to fucking come here for a big bang, man. And that's what's happened, innit? I'm going to go in and see her. 2 minutes out, Alien.
Carol Ann has been advised to expect a lengthy sentence. There's a new arrival in the young offenders. After months of counselling and new medication, Zoe has been moved from the care unit and taken off suicide watch.
When I was at school, when I was about 13, everything just went completely wrong.
I was drinking and taking drugs and that because I was sexually abused and raped. And then I just started drinking and that just to block it out. And then I started cutting because that wasn't helping, and then just tie something in my neck, but I've stopped all that now.
Zoe seems to be settling in well. The counselling is giving her a new way of dealing with the memories of her abuse.
If I do something to myself, bleeding and worse than that, that means that I've let the other folk win, again, what happened to me in my past. Everyone thinks I'm doing really well in that, just coming up here and doing my time.
Having spent most of her sentence in isolation, Zoe is now making good friends.
I need to look after her Zoe because she's not very good. Nah, keep an eye on her. She's the weakest in here, so she's fragile. It's like, I don't know, you didn't want to say anything in case she takes it the wrong way. She's just, I like her, but she's a nice wee lassie.
It's good talking to folk my own age and everything.
Lisa is still on methadone, but with 2 weeks to go before she's released, her mood is lifting.
I can't wait. Oh, I can't wait. I've lost weight as well. Getting halfway thin because of methadone. But it's making me more livelier now, don't you think? More livelier on it, aren't I, than what I was before? Because before I was smash one hour.
Because you're working on that now as well.
Aye.
You'll not go to sleep all the time.
She's also landed a new job as a cleaner.
Whoa.
Yeah,
oh my God, she can use it!
Ah, watch it fly a baby.
No, didn't we saw?
See, they can't use it.
That was your fault.
Lisa, you mad cunt.
Lisa's move to methadone to control her heroin addiction looks as if it's working.
You see, when you get out, you just know that you get your methadone script every day, so you don't really have to chase the heroin, do you know what I mean? So it's quite alright actually. It is a good programme in here what they actually put you on. So, but I think I'll be alright on the methadone. I think I'll get through on it.
Methadone is prescribed on a daily basis, so Lisa needs to find housing and decide where to base herself.
Basically, when I get out, I'll start again. It's going to be hard for me, I'm not going to lie to you. It's really going to be hard. It's going to really be hurtful for me. Because I've got to start getting from fresh, do you know what I mean? And the rules I'm under as well. Plus I've got to stay drug free. So it's a lot to cope with, you know. And I just hope I don't break and start going back out to prostitution again. Because I don't want to do that, you know, because I was prostitution before I come in the prison. And I really don't want to go back out to that again, you know.
Carol Ann's trial is approaching, and the severity of her situation is now beginning to register.
I know what happened, it was me that done it, so obviously I've got to expect time. But what I've always says is, I don't want to be doing 7 year or 6 year. I'll just need to wait and see. But I'm just worrying about walking out there and Billy's not there anymore. I'm saying that and it doesn't feel real the now. But when I walk out the gate, he's just not going to be there. So that's the bit that I'm dreading.
For Carol, I think she's going to find it hard. She regrets it, know what I mean, obviously, because it's her man, fuck's sake. She wishes it never happened, but the way she said it to me, it was either her or him. See, every partner she's had has been physical abusive towards her, and she's been the same towards him. She went to her sister's after she done it, asked her sister to help her. No, I mean, obviously, no way to get involved. Fuck, I no way to get involved in a murder. Fuck, been there and didn't want to get involved. No, fuck, no. She ran away. She went to Aberdeen 2 weeks.
Left him there?
Aye. Yep.
Even if anonymously she'd phoned for some emergency services, that maybe I went for her, that she was just feared to hold herself in. But running away from the crime scene, that's a few years itself.
I know. She's going to be devastated when that fucking lord hammers her, man.
The isolation cells in the care unit are never empty for long.
I'm not going later.
Zoe is back. After just 3 weeks, Zoe has been removed from the young offenders block for attacking a member of staff.
Came to the door and she said, the next person that comes in here, I believe we're getting either something thrown over them or hit with something. So the staff would have then went and kitted up, which means put on protective clothing. So a 3-person team went in, got Zoe, put her in locks and removed her down to our management suite. Well, she's got the face of an angel, but she's got the temper of a devil. She's just, when Zoe gets an idea or something in her head, she'll take it to its kind of fullest conclusion. She'll no back down, even though she knows what she's doing is wrong. She'll no back down.
What happened? It just happened fast. I jumped again. I got kicked in here.
It really is a roller coaster with Zoe. I mean, I know it sounds twee, but you get a period of behaviour out here, maybe a month or 2 months, and that's it. She'll always go back to square one.
Something went wrong, and if you like, she's gone back down the snake again. She's been up a ladder, she's back down the snake into Ross, and she's needing that extra care again. And it's really sad to see that happen. It's really difficult for us, and certainly the staff in Ross in particular, to try and move her on again.
Despite making a huge amount of progress, Zoe still has a long way to go. Lisa is at the end of her 9 months inside. She's out tomorrow and is anxious about leaving the security of Cornton Vale and her friends.
Pissed off, man. You know what I mean? I'm a bit worried about getting out because I'm going to miss Charlene so much. Here's a kiss and a hug.
Oh. My best pal.
I love you so much.
I'll miss you, Hunnels.
This is when I get annoyed and mad, start writing, man. I'm very shaken up about getting out. Very.
I hope she gets out and goes straight and sees her mum, but I think she'll go to her boyfriend's bit. But her mum's really no well, and I would really hope that she went to her mum's and seen her mum and her family instead of go to her boyfriend's, because her boyfriend hasn't really been in touch with her that before she gets out.
After turning down a hostel, Lisa is heading for Wolverhampton with a lib grant of £62.
They give me £62 to live on. I think it's bang out of order, do you know what I mean? They give me forms and that to fill out for the social, but I don't think, you know, a couple of weeks that's going to take. Do you know what I mean? I'm not going to be able to live on £62. I ain't even got no clothing, you know? The clothing I've got don't fit me. So basically, I've got nothing. That's the only bad thing about jail. They should help you when you come out. They should help you with, you see you getting out of the prison when you put a lot of weight on, you've got no clothing to go out to. You know, that's where more help in this prison you need. In English jail, you get a lot more help in what you do in this jail. You see, with your clothing grants and that, this jail's pissed when it comes to that. They don't want to help you with fuck all. And I've got to get out of here with £62. I'm fucking pissed off with it. I am.
Lisa is heading back down a familiar road.
Fuck 'em, I'll just go out there and dip a punter. Simple. Do what I'm fucking good at. Dipping money. That's what I'm good at. I'll do it. So well. Fuck the system, man. Fuck it.
It's the morning of Carol Ann's trial for culpable homicide. She's now forcing herself to expect the worst.
I'm going to expect 7 years, that's what I need to keep, 7 years. And if they give me anything less, they give me less, but I'll be expecting 7. So I will It's not as bad in here as what people think. It's livable to be here, but being away from the Waynes, my family, my sisters, it's not a good feeling. And of course Billy's family, I'm thinking of them the day as well. So no, it's not a very good feeling. I'm worried. I mean, my stomach's going like a washing machine, but I can't predict what's going to happen. It's not dawned on me yet what's happened, so it'll only at one point.
Back in the hall, Teresa has been accused of getting a drugs pass during last night's visit. Officers are convinced that a pass took place after an old cellmate of Teresa's came to visit. Teresa is denying she was getting a pass.
Nobody got us did nothing, you know what I mean? They fucking never seen nothing, not a thing.
The staff are sure they are right.
Just before they kiss with each other, she's looked to her right, okay, where a member of staff has actually sat. She's then looked to her left, slightly forward, where a member of staff sat as well. So she now knows where two staff are. She's then, on a pre-arranged signal, they've got up to kiss. Now this particular girl is married, with a child, so why is she having an open-mouthed kiss with a young girl inside a visit room? To me, it smells of a plan to bring drugs in. At the end of the incident there, when she sat down, why did she open her mouth straight away? She's done it before, she knows the score. These girls are very, very fast and very, very quick. It's in, down and away.
I turned around and like that. Just because I'm married doesn't mean to say that you can't have an affair, you know what I mean? And I shouldn't have opened my mouth, man. Basically, I stuck myself in with saying, I'll kiss whoever I want, basically, you know what I mean? And fucking... But they were waiting for her, you know what I mean? They knew that it was going to be happening. So, it's my own fault as well.
We're looking for as well when the actual visitor does this, because a lot of them can actually hold a package in the back of their throat, look down inside it, you see nothing at all, back of their throat, and they kind of force it up and bring the package up, and then actually pass it. So I'm just waiting to see if I can see a stretch of her neck as well, to see if she's trying to get it out, force it out. On this occasion, there's nothing in her hands. I can only come to the conclusion that it's actually in her mouth at this particular time. You definitely seen a gulp going forward, definitely. There's a gulp there. Yeah. There's a gulp there. You see it, it's like that.
The staff have put Teresa on closed visits, which take place behind a sheet of glass, and which means she won't really be able to have contact with her youngest son.
The when Milne come in himself to see me, man, he'll be so upset because he doesn't know me. They're supposed to be trying to bring families together, aren't they? To bond, you know what I mean? I can't bond with my Wayne doesn't know me. So he needs his granny or somebody there that knows him, you know what I mean? So that he'll start getting used to me. And you can't do that in a closed visit, fuck's sake. No. But you don't need visit rooms to get drugs in, man. Fuck's sake, there's a big fence. Isn't it, man?
I know.
It's crazy, man.
Carol Ann is back from court.
What's your name? Carol Ann Stewart. Do you understand what happened? The court today, Carol?
Yes.
Did anything in your pockets?
No.
Just have a seat now.
Thank you.
She was right to expect the worst.
Oh God, it was just a horrible, horrible day. Horrible day. His family was in the court and his family wrote a letter into the judge. So they had saying how much they were still missing him, so I had to sit and listen to that as well. But it's a shame for them, it is. A sad day for everybody. It just hits home what you're actually here for. Because it's easy, not easy, but it's easier in here to forget what you're in for. Till you come up to the court case and then you go, it's like a big, that's when it hits you, I think. It's definitely hurt me the day, I can feel it the day.
Carol Ann has been sentenced to 6.5 years. Last time on Girls Behind Bars, some of the heroin addicts were desperate for drugs.
When do you come in then? She's holding, man.
She's got.
Well,
and we're getting if she has.
Got my coast in the back of the dress. Ready to go.
Come on, let's go. You alright, babe?
They managed to get hold of heroin from a new inmate who had arrived banking it inside herself.
Oh, I'm on top of the world. Bye. Bye.
But the next day, the prison decided to split Teresa and her friend Debbie, realising they were heavily involved in the drug scene. Debbie was moved to another hall, and both she and Teresa ended up on closed visits.
So just lie down and die.
A month on, separating the two friends has had a surprising consequence for Debbie.
When I moved over here, when the drugs was coming, I was like that. Oh God, do you know what I mean? Will I take it? Will I not take it? Wait till the day here? And just, I managed to say no.
As soon as a bit of kit comes her way, she'll take it. Please believe me. I know Debbie, fuck. And she'll take a child's man if it's there.
Look at me, look into my eyes, you'll see. I'm straight and it's brilliant and I love it. Honestly, I've not felt like this when I was about 15, 16. Honestly, and it's fantastic.
Give me a light, hen.
In the remand hall, Teresa is still chasing her heroin habit.
Oh, that's one thing. If you want it, you get it.
And I want it, and we'll get it.
See, Teresa's got the funding and that to get it. And I'm the one with the balls and the courage that will run out of the fence and go and grab it.
Aye. Aye.
Both Debbie and Teresa have been put on closed visits, which take place behind a sheet of glass. Debbie is desperate to see her kids though, so needs to get back to normal visits.
These visits are rubbish. Rubbish. Do you know what I mean? Really are. Horrible. And I need visits with my kids. My kids have never been in here. Do you know what I mean? So, I don't know. That's a bit of a downer.
Teresa also wants to see her kids, but facing a possible 7 years at court for dealing drugs during her last sentence, she feels that heroin has her trapped.
I can still see myself doing this year down the line, man.
Can you?
Aye, definitely, aye. I don't know what else to move on to. I've got nothing that I'm interested in, nothing that else I want to do really, you know what I mean? I've not got any interests, it's been a part of my life for so long now that is my life. You know what I mean? I don't know anything else.
"30 girls between the ages of 16 and 21 are housed in the Young Offenders block. Young offenders are a volatile group.
Let's go fucking mental.
Young offenders have to be kept separate from adults, so the girls between 16 and 21 will be kept in separate accommodation. The problems they bring in, obviously they're less mature than some of the older women. They'll still have the same issues about drug and possibly alcohol addiction, and they'll still come from difficult backgrounds and so on. But they'll be probably more disruptive than the adult prisoners.
A new inmate has just arrived in the Young Offenders block, having been found guilty of robbing an old lady. And some of the other girls aren't happy.
For mugging an 85-year-old woman. It's bad, eh? Because you just don't do things, man. It's an old person that can't fucking back themselves up. So doing that to a wee, it's a fucking beast, man.
For £2.50, that's all it was as well.
£3,
well, £3 towards our electricity, fuck's sake.
New cunts are talking to him and letting... That's how cunts do it, because cunts fucking talk to them.
Deciding that the new inmate needs to be taught a lesson, 10 girls pile into her room. Following the assault on the new inmate, Kerry is singled out as a ringleader. She is called in to see the governor.
Give your name and number to the governor.
Kerry McMurray, 90988.
Okay, Kerry, take a seat.
She is no stranger to the orderly room.
I don't need to ask you if you know how the orderly room works, do I?
No.
No, okay. Now, you're charged with a breach of discipline contrary to paragraph A of Schedule 1 to the prison rules, namely that you committed any assault. In particular, you're charged you entered cell 6-4 and assaulted 90134 Stacey Alexander. On viewing CCTV evidence, you are clearly seen entering cell 6-4 where an assault took place on another inmate.
10 of them came into my room and just attacked me out of nowhere. They just started pulling my hair, kicking me and tried to chuck kettles of hot water over me and all that. If you're in for like robbing an older person or hurting a child or anything sexual or anything like that, then you're classed as a beast, and they do try and make your life in jail as hard as they can.
After the subsequent investigation, you have been identified as one of the people involved in committing the assault. So, having heard the evidence, do you plead guilty or not guilty to the charge?
Not guilty.
Not guilty? Right. Thank you.
The serious nature of the assault means the governor must pass the evidence to the police.
Kerry's been in and out of the prison. I've only been here just over a year, but I've seen her in the orderly room many times for usually petty offences. But she's quite a powerful girl. She's a difficult individual to deal with, and I would imagine that she does use her force, her strength to get what she wants.
19-year-old Kerry has spent most of the last 3 years in prison for serious assault and other offences related to her drug taking.
Just started taking kit and carried on taking it and shoplifted it, and then I got to jail again, remanded, and then I got out and then done the same again and got to jail 9 months. And then after the 9 months I was like, oh, I'll not be back, I'll never be back, fuck this. Went out, stayed off it for about 5 days, straight back in about it again, and then started robbing cunts and that and got to jail again.
Kerry is due to be released once again in 2 weeks' time. One of Cornton Vale's longest-serving prisoners is 45-year-old June. She's been inside for 6 years, having been caught supplying heroin. She has another year still to serve.
I was 28 before I tried my first bit of heroin. It was in here I tried it. It was the first time I took heroin was in this jail, 28. Later on I started using it and ended up with a habit, and then things just got worse and worse and worse, and then the scale of the selling got bigger and bigger and bigger. And at the end of the day I didn't know how to get out of it. I got caught. That was it. 10-year sentence, I couldn't believe it.
Today is a huge day for June, one that could see her taste some freedom a year early.
Next one is June Mackenzie. This is to consider June.
A meeting today will decide if June will spend the remainder of her time living in the halfway houses just outside the prison gates. Women living in these houses have a front door key, cook their own food, go to work placements, and can even return home for home leave.
It does mean a lot to me so I can get home to my kids, because that's my priority, is getting home to my kids. The kids must be sick looking at me in handcuffs by now, and they must be sick looking at this jail. They've been visiting it for 5.5 years. It's just time now for me to get out of here and screw the nut.
June often talks about her plans for the future, and these are always very positive and real.
June has been given this chance 3 times before, but was brought back in each time after testing positive for drugs.
She progressed to open conditions in May 2007, and that was the third time, and she was returned 10 days later for a positive MDT.
I can't sleep or anything for thinking about this meeting today. It's just, I've never been like this before, because I'm not normally a nervous person. I'm normally quite confident, but just because of the past, my past history and open conditions.
Do you have anything in your pockets? Lighters? Don't look at me when I'm speaking to you.
June may have mucked up in the halfway houses 3 times before, but since her last recall, she has worked hard to turn her life around, and now has one of the most trusted jobs in the jail, working as reception passwoman, processing the women as they arrive from court.
Since I've started working in at reception and I've seen all that young kids coming in and out, strung out, and I think to myself, the pain that I've inflicted on young kids in Aberdeen probably. And it just hits home. Especially like my own 2 lasses. I hate the thought that anybody's selling them drugs. Sounds hypocritical, but at the end of the day it's reality. And that's how I've changed, because I would never go back out here and live the life I was living before I came in here. I don't want to do it. That's the difference between me now. I genuinely, within myself, do not want to be that type of person anymore.
In the young offenders block, Kerry is coming to the end of her 3-year sentence.
In your room, man.
Oh, it's not my room. Sorry, get away.
No.
Officer Graham has worked closely with Kerry for the last 6 months.
Prison doesn't really bother her. You know, it doesn't make her up to her doing. She has sometimes good days and sometimes bad days, but this is Kerry's normality. This is the life that she's accepting now. Until she starts to say to herself, well, I really don't want to accept the way I'm living anymore. She'll never ever take that jump, you know, and start to change her overall behaviour.
Kerry's cellmate is 19-year-old Laurie, who is also soon to be released.
We didn't know each other before we came in, and I met her and she's a sound weekend. I could trust Laurie with my life. She's loyal, honest. We just help each other. We don't just think about ourselves, we think about each other, you know what I mean?
We've been brought up kind of a bit differently, but it doesn't matter how different we are. We're still friends, still get on.
We've got all our own teeth.
We support Rangers.
I think it's a kind of funny one, that pairing, because Laurie spent a wee bit of time at the start getting herself a wee bit hard time in here. And I think that friendship between the two of them is self-preservation on Laurie's side of things. She's kind of like got herself into like being Kerry's right-hand girl, you know. It's a self-preservation thing, you know, because she's not a big lassie, you know. She could easily get bullied and stuff like that. So that is the only connection I can see between the two of them. I couldn't see them palling about together outside. I think they just come from 2 completely different worlds.
This is Laurie's first prison sentence.
That's me and my little sister. That was when I was 9 and she was just born. That was me, my little sister and Mickey Mouse in Florida. That was just before I started taking heroin. So I started taking the day I got back from that holiday. And that's me and my sister and Eeyore. She's quite grown up actually, because she's always telling me to stay away from it, why am I taking it, and just to grow up and start enjoying myself. Doing stuff like what she's doing, going out with her friends, going shopping, holiday.
Laurie's addiction to heroin has turned her life upside down.
I met this guy, came back from holiday and just met him. He was smoking heroin and that, so because I was with him, I thought I would try it. And then eventually, with being with him for so long, I ended up taking it myself and getting addicted to it. Once I'd done it once, it was just so easy to then do it again. And once I'd gotten into it, it was so hard to get out of it. I mean, I did really want to help myself and get away from it, but it just kept pulling me back and made me keep taking it. That's how it kind of overpowers you, because you have to keep taking it again, otherwise you're in agony. Sore legs and spewing. It's not nice rattling.
June is waiting for the decision about whether she will get another chance in the halfway houses.
Just wish I could get it over and done with. It's like waiting to get sentenced at a high court.
Despite all her work, June's previous failed attempts make it a difficult decision for the staff.
We are getting a distinct impression there's a pattern here where there's almost, just a lack of awareness in terms of that there's going to be any consequence for this. But it would not surprise me if in the early stages of next year we're actually talking about this girl just having been returned back to closed conditions again. It's pre-contested, so I think you're right.
Okay.
June is called in for the verdict.
Right. The local risk management group have decided that you should be given a final opportunity to go back out to the houses, June. And I think we have to lay it like cards on the table here, that this would be your final shot at going out. You have to know that, you have to realise that we can only take so many chances with people. It's really the ball's in your court now, okay? And if we're prepared to give you that chance, it's really up to you.
This is June's last chance.
Yes! She's done absolutely everything that we could possibly ask of her to do. She's done every course, every education. She's stable on her medication, everything. So really it is coming down to choices now.
Yes! Can't wait to get out of here now. Can't wait to phone the kids tonight and tell them.
It's the morning of Debbie's trial for drug dealing, and she's looking at getting a possible 4 years behind bars.
It's in my lawyer's hands, basically. But I'm ready to plead. Do you know what I mean? I'm ready to plead, and I've accepted that I'm going to plead. I could be doing a lot worse. Look at the lasses, there's about 4 of them in there expecting 7 years, at least. So, how can I complain? How can I complain? I can't. No, not at all. So, just get it done and that's it. Get a lived day.
Teresa is also in court today, on the first day of her High Court trial, which may eventually see her getting 7 years. She's accused of drug dealing inside Cornton Vale.
I feel sorry for Teresa, eh? What she's to expect, it's a sore one. Do you know what I mean? 7 year plus, come on. There's lasses in there that's been doing pleading to culpable homicide, who's done a murder. No, I'm not saying anything bad about it, they're lovely lasses, but one's been told to expect 4 to 6 and one's 7 to 8. How do they justify that? I mean, that's hard, that's harsh, very harsh. But for offending their own drug habit, really. Do you know what I mean? And being good to others. But this is what's happening, that's what happens in here.
Debbie hasn't seen Teresa since they were split up.
Look at my eyes, and you will see I am clean. Every time I see him.
A bit of kick comes along.
No, I've refused it 3 times.
Have you?
Both Teresa and Debbie are facing years away from their friends and their families if things don't go well in court today.
Bye!
After 4 months, Laurie has come to the end of her sentence.
Bye!
Laurie's sentence has given her time to reflect on her crime.
I got sentenced to 9 months for culpable and reckless conduct, which was injecting another person with heroin to the danger of their life. The person OD'd and nearly died, but if it wasn't for me staying with them and phoning the ambulance, telling the ambulance people exactly what he'd taken so they could get the best treatment to him, he would have died. But I actually got 12 months initially for it, but got 3 months taken off for phoning the ambulance and staying with him and stuff.
Her sentence may be over, but Laurie's fight to stay away from heroin is just beginning.
Obviously I am scared because I know that I've been clean before, and I was clean for a very long time and very positive at that point as well, and I went back to it, but I've made that mistake and I can then try and make it better this time.
Teresa is back from the first day of her trial, which may take several weeks.
Hopefully this is my last time in. I'm saying that, but I know it's not true, man. I know I'll be back. Because I know I'll go back out and get into the drugs and that again. Unless I get a big sentence and then maybe sort myself out. Hold on, Jules, there's something. Aye. Tell her she's fucking smoking more than me. Right, hen. See you later.
Teresa denies supplying in Cornton Vale, insisting that she helps other addicts out with their habits, but never for money.
I help everybody and anybody. It's just my nature. I'll always be the same. So if I'm getting punished for that, then I'll get punished.
Do you think you're a bad person?
No, definitely no, not. I'd help him do it. Him and everybody.
Laurie's heroin addiction has affected her whole family.
She was a liar, she was a thief, she was a mess, she didn't care about her appearance, she was dirty looking, she just wasn't a very nice person to be around. You only heard from Laurie when she was wanting something, which was mainly money, where the next fix was coming from.
It's hard, it made me cry sometimes because, like, obviously I don't want to see anyone like that, but it's horrible when it's your family. My mum always says, now you've seen what your sister's been like and that, you know not to do that. And my dad was saying last night, actually, if I ever seen you with anyone that was doing drugs or heard you do drugs, actually, like, you know what I mean? Yeah, Dad would go absolutely mental.
On her first day back in Arbroath, her determination to stay clean has already been tested.
I bumped into somebody that, like, obviously I used to get heroin from, and he says to me, oh, if you need to get anything, just come to me. And I says, no, I'll not be needing that, I'm not interested in any more. And he's like, well, if you are, you can just come and see me because I've got all the time. It's just situations like that, you know, when, like, you maybe might have money on you and they say, oh, well, I've got really good stuff, blah, blah, blah. And it's just making sure that you can say no then, because if I take it that once, I'll go back to it forever. And then this time I'll lose all my family and everything, I'll not have nobody.
Laurie's family have decided to give her a last chance and stand by her. Back in the young offenders block, Kerry feels her early family life was far from supportive.
Came in from school and my dad probably there steaming, my mum sitting petrified. I skipped her about and I said to him, Dad, good, and I was like, I said, please Dad, just leave, just leave. No, crack my mum again. Dad, please just leave my mum, please just leave her, stop it. And he just kept hitting her, hitting her. I think that's how I did go off the rails a bit. I can't blame it on that, obviously. I'm my own lassie, I make my own choices. But I think trying to deal with that along the years is just, I've just thought, this is my way of dealing with it, go and get drunk at 15 and 16-year-old. You know what I mean? Seeing that as a young lassie at primary school and that, I thought that was right. And I was trying to hide it, and all my pals at school were all saying, oh, we went this place with my mum and dad at the weekend and that, and I'd try and make up lies, oh, we done this and we done that, and we didn't really, I saw my dad back fucking my mum.
Debbie is back from court, where she thought she might get at least 4 years.
15 months. Oh, brilliant, eh? Absolutely fantastic. Got backdated and all. Oh, the time that I've lay in, that it comes off. Oh no, I know, oh dear, I can't believe it.
Debbie might be out in a fortnight if she's offered the chance to get early release with an electronic tag, which would mean she only has to stay in her own house from early evening till the next morning.
Brilliant! Oh, I'm dinky! Fantastic! Hi, Hen!
Debbie is delighted by her short sentence, but she's now been moved back in with Teresa and Pauline and Temptation.
Good to see her again, I'm glad she's there. Got a laugh with her, so you do. So I'm glad.
How you doing? I know. And see if you get your tag, man, you'll be out in a week or two.
So she should be out in a couple of weeks, won't she? In the tag, if she gets it.
That's what I was saying to her there.
She'll get in the tag, so she will.
For many of the women in Cornton Vale, the prison offers a safe sanctuary away from the chaos of their real lives. After 6 years inside, a move to the halfway houses is a massive step for June.
It's a big day, just can't wait to get out of here. Honestly, I thought 11 o'clock would never come. Just waiting.
June is facing her last day inside with mixed feelings.
Nicky's been right through my full sentence with me, and people in here understand, they can empathise with you. Outside, people are like...
You know, June, once you're out there, we'll not forget about you.
Aye.
You'll always...
I know.
It'll be the same. Quiet should be missed.
June is making her way to the gates for what she hopes is the last time.
Hey, your money? Yes, the gate's inside, man. Fucking brilliant.
Agent's finished, they can straight to the neighbour.
Oh. Fucking brilliant. Freedom!
While in the halfway houses, June will be tested regularly for drugs. If she slips up again, she'll not get another chance. In the young offenders block, Kerry has just a few days left to serve of her sentence.
Do you know, I'm too excited to eat. It looks good to you. Is it good? Aye. My stomach's saying I'm too excited, man.
Refuse to move! So? Nothing! No! Fair! But Graham, it's not happening, Graham!
It's kicking off in the young offenders block. One of the girls is being separated from her cellmate.
How am I? Just because the governor says.
Okay. See, their toxic fucking system, they can ram it right up their fucking ass.
For once, Kerry is staying out of the trouble.
Please try and bite your tongue, please. Honestly, you've got to be fucking locked up. Everyone else is out pure laughing at you. You're behind your bed, clap your bam again. You should know. I should know, man. I've done, honestly, I was just a pure dafty. I'll do this, I'll do that, know what I mean? It gets you nowhere, mate. At the end of the day, you've got to look to Lowe's, fuck this place. At the end of the day, they're locking the door on you, mate, and going home at night. Know what I mean?
Oh, don't even start with your respect for your elders. Hey, respect for the fucking prisoners.
Stay out of it. That's how you end up in trouble.
You've been on report every single day for the last fucking week.
Despite Kerry's efforts, everyone is piling into the argument.
What was that for?
But it's not for nobody else, is it? That's the way I used to be. And I just says to Terry, go try and get your act together, man. You're here for a wee while. It's got to be you, it's lost, not anybody else. And she's a good wee cunt. So I just says to her, try and bite your tongue. So I've been there, done it, molity shit. And arguing again.
Where's she getting moved to? Unit 4?
With her advice falling on deaf ears, Kerry decides to defuse the situation with action, rather than words.
I just
After 3 years inside, perhaps Kerry has learned that humour, rather than violence, can get you what you want. Out in the prison houses, June is settling into life on the other side of the fence.
You look back in and you just think, thank fuck I'm out of there. That's exactly how I feel. I just think, I couldn't have coped in here any longer. I've had enough of that place.
June is about to go back to Aberdeen for her first home leave. She hasn't seen her daughters for over a year.
This is 3.5 years ago.
55% of the women in Cornton Vale have children. Most of these children are taken into care when their mother is taken into prison.
It's just hard being away for the kids, adjusting it, and being away for them at birthdays, Christmas coming up. It's just really, really hard. Sometimes it gets a bit too much.
June will be spending 4 days in Aberdeen with her children. Returning to the place where she dealt and took heroin is a big step for June.
Aberdeen's really bad with drugs now, like Aberdeen's ruined with drugs. A lot of good people now in Aberdeen, it's been ruined with drugs. But in the community I had no chance of getting off drugs. No chance at all. That sentence has saved my life. Definitely saved my life. Definitely.
June's 16-year-old daughter Julie and 21-year-old son have come to meet their mum at the station.
She's not a bad mum. Although my mum was a drug addict, she looked after us. She did.
Julie was just 10 years old when her mum was sent to prison.
My mum's friend came up to my carers, sat me down and stayed in the living room and told me, Julie, your mum is in prison today for 10 years. And I went, huh? I was pure confused. I was like, 10 years? It's 10 years ages. It was like, just imagine 10 years with somebody you're really close to and they've just been wiped away from you for 10 years.
Julie has spent the last 6 years in foster care and children's homes.
Even living in somebody else's house is horrible. I mean, there's no place like home, is there? So.
Any child who loses their mother to a long prison sentence, it must be devastating for them. Some members of the public might say, well, so what? The woman shouldn't have done this in the first place. But clearly, in a case where someone gets a big sentence like 10 years, we're almost punishing the children as well by removing their mother from their lives. We do as much as we can through family visits here to keep the family contact going. But clearly, if someone lives in, say, the northeast of Scotland, and their children are at school, it's going to be incredibly difficult for them to have regular contact when their mother is located in central Scotland. So we're well aware of these problems and, of course, understand the difficulties, but we can't always meet the needs of the family.
June will have 4 days with her family before she has to go back to the halfway houses.
It means the world to me. It's so you can be with them and instead of sitting talking across a visiting room table.
With two folks there, isn't it?
But it's better being in a community with them so you can go and do things like go to the cinema, go to swimming. There's only so much communication you can build up for that jail. You need to be out here and start building bridges with your family again.
I want to see my ma happy, mostly, because my ma's not happy. She's maybe happy that she's saying, but she's not happy. She will be.
On returning to the halfway houses, June will be tested for drugs. If she's strayed, she'll be straight back inside. A week after she got her great result in court, Debbie has been moved to a more privileged part of the prison. She's managed to stay clean and has a job in the laundry. She's been recommended to go on a course of methadone so she can try to control her heroin urges when she gets out.
It was getting harder and harder and harder. It was definitely. The thought of getting outside, it was terrifying me. They said, perfect candidate for methadone, and it has got a blocker in it, and it does stop you craving, you know. So it's been working. I'm not craving. I feel as if, well, the heroin's here, I don't need it. This is just a substitute to heroin. Do you know what I'm saying? This is, but just it's like a mere, it's a legal way. Let's face it, it's a legal way, and you don't get as, that's what I'm talking about. So it's better than getting out and using. Do you know what I mean? If I go out and use, I'll end up to my old tricks and I'll be back in, which I just can't afford to do that. I'm just under no circumstances.
It's the night before Kerry's release. Having spent nearly 3 years behind bars, she's determined this will be her last sentence.
Can't wait till tomorrow till I go home. I don't think I'll even sleep the night either. The other day. Oh, I got up late and See, coming in the jail for me, it's the only thing I've achieved in my life, coming in here and working in here. I've never worked outside the man. You know what I mean? So in here it's made me, I've grew up a lot. It has done me a lot of good. I don't care what any cunt says, the jail does you a lot of good. It does me a lot of good anyway. Aye, it is. This feeling's better than any drugs, because I have now officially became a good girl. I'm staying away from all the trouble. Because I'm always the daft that gets caught for everything I do, so I'm not even got to do it, so I can't get caught.
The last time Kerry was released, she hit the drugs in the bottle and was back within 2 days. Officer Graham wants to make sure history doesn't repeat itself.
What's plans tomorrow then?
To go out here and go get a bottle and then get home, meet my wee man.
Get a what when you get home?
A bottle.
What you saying?
A bottle.
A bottle of what?
Why? I'm not going to get pure steaming. I want to remember everything about the morning, and I mean everything about the morning.
But I guarantee you, see if you didn't bother doing that, right? You would turn up at your folks completely sober. Do you know what I mean? You would remember everything.
I'm not going to drink the bottle and end up pure steaming and I'll not end up paying. I'm going to just think twice, man, again a bottle.
June has had a taste of freedom, but she's now eligible for parole. She was refused parole last time, and today she has a meeting that might mean she can permanently be reunited with their daughter Julie and start rebuilding her life.
It's quite important. I'm scared in case I come out with the wrong answers. But I don't even know if there's any right answers for this. You're either getting it or you're not getting it. It's just a waiting game. Every corner you turn, you have to wait for this, wait for that. So that's the only problem, is just the waiting. It's torture.
I think the parole board have a very difficult job because, in a way, they can't win. Because if they release someone on parole and the person meets all the parole licence conditions until the end of the parole period, then no one hears about it, no one wants to know about it. If, however, they breach their parole conditions and they're back in custody or they commit another offence, then clearly the parole board may be criticised for making that decision in the first place. So it is a really difficult job.
Hi.
Hi, come in. Take a wee seat there. How are you?
Fine. You?
Good. Fine. Now, I saw you last year,
Uh-huh.
so you've been through this before. You
Yep.
remember a little bit of the format, yeah?
Uh-huh.
Now, I did read somewhere in the dossier that there was something about a drug test last May.
They took a drug test the day before they put us out to ILUs, and the drug test came back positive for cannabis 2 days later, so they returned me back in, and I was downgraded for 6 months for cannabis. I've now just accepted that to be drug-free means cannabis use as well.
Okay.
People think it's easy in here coming off drugs, and There's a drug scene in the jail as well, and it's really hard if you're trying to battle an addiction living in here.
You think you're quite strong?
Definitely, I owe it to myself to go out here and do you know what I mean, live a proper life, and I owe it to my children as well.
June will get the result of her parole hearing in 3 weeks' time.
I've heard people in here in the past saying, oh, folk are saying they think I'll get my parole, my reports are brilliant, and then bang, they didn't get it. And that's after being recommended for social workers in here and people for the outside. So you don't know how they work, how they think.
Debbie has been given the chance to get out on the tag and get out 2 months early.
Be of good behaviour, keep the peace, don't commit any further offences, don't tamper with your tag in any way, don't cut it off for that.
I just can't wait to go and see the Waynes, eh? My daughter, she'll finish school at 4:45, so, and I've got to bin for 4 for the tag. She's going to be, overjoyed. She says to me the other night, she went, Mum, if I could win and wish I'd have you home tonight, I would have you home for Saturday for my dancing, so I'm home for Saturday. Brilliant. Right, thank you very much. Good luck. Thank you. Let's go. Hi. This feels brilliant. It really, really does. Can't wait to get home. Can't wait. No, I've got that much going through my head what I'm going to do and who I'm going to see and who I'm not going to see. Just if I can say no the first day, then that's it. It's just me. Once I say no, that's me. If I can learn to say no at first, then I'll be fine. I'll never get a chance like this again, do you know what I mean? And I'm not coming back in to do another sentence to get back out for another chance. I'm not doing it. Nope. Because I know myself, if I get caught with so much as 2 bags of heroin, anything, it's 7 years and above. Do you know what I mean? It'll not be treason we're talking about here. It'll be myself, so... And I'm... no. I'm not cut out for doing 7 years in there. Nah.
Can't wait to Monday. They're saying that they're very optimistic that I'm getting out. More so because they're recommending probation and community service. So I'm happy to do that, Jules, because I think I'll need all the help that I can possibly get out in the community. Because I've obviously still got the attitude on about taking drugs when I get out. It's the drugs that's going to be my problem. But I know the first day I'm out, I'm going for a charge, and that's fine. No, there's no my bits and maybes about it. I don't know what it's going to take for me no one to be able to do it again, because anything that's happened to me so far hasn't stopped me from wanting to take it.
It's the morning of Kerry's release.
Every sentence I've been in, Kerry, you've been in, can't I mean?
Name here.
Well, Mark, sure it's name here.
I'll get truly drunk in that.
I won't be.
Right. That's 2 folk. What, 2 days it's left now?
I can't believe I'm greeting all what, man?
So, Kerry, I mean, you've been here a long time.
Oh,
come here. Don't fucking worry. Don't worry about it, man, Kerry. You'll be sound.
I can't believe this. Me bubbling and all it.
I don't know what her chances are. I think she's got a fair idea what she needs to do, because she's done it before. She has got a wee fair idea, but it's whether she wants to do it or not. You know, it's all going to determine which course she's going to take in her life, you know.
Oh, I can't believe this is me going home. Bye, everyone. I won't be back. You won't see me again.
Kerry meets up with some of the other women being released today. First stop, the off-licence. This is Kerry's first taste of freedom for 3 years.
Oh, I can't wait to get home. Aye, man.
Kerry arrives in Glasgow, where her mum is waiting for her. Kerry hasn't seen her brothers for over a year.
Look at you, Stephen. Oh my fucking God.
Kerry has made it back in one piece.
What you're doing, like, mate. I've had this boat for Stirling, if you don't mind, pure thermal land.
For Kerry's mum, Libby, it's also the end of a sentence.
I've been torture. Pure torture. I remember it's happened to her day in, day out. Well, she's coping alright, saving me feeling the hassle. She'd tell me what I wanted to hear. Still a wee lassie inside. But I had to get out up fast for the environment she was in and the things that she's been through in her life. So affront me, Kerry, all that. It's affront me. And inside she's tearing apart.
What do you want for Kerry, Libby?
Better life, obviously. Not to get back to where she's been anyway. To go out and make a life for herself. Maybe get a nice wee job and meet somebody she's going to be happy with. And look forward to a future, a better future than what she's had already. That's only her it can do. I can't do it for her.
Back in.
If Kerry's past is anything to go by, it's likely that she'll be back inside in less than 2 weeks. The result of June's parole hearing has arrived.
This is it. End of the line, hopefully.
A year of prison is at stake on the result.
Just hope it's good news.
Through the arc, near the arc, open it, and we'll see.
My God. Brilliant.
You shocked?
Oh, well, aye, really happy. I didn't think it would be so soon.
Right, I've got to read everything out to you, so just to let you understand.
Wait a minute, I cut in. It's the 17th of June, so that's only in a week. A week today? My God. Is that you, Julie? Guess what? I'm out a week a day for good. Honestly? Aye. You're not right. I know, I can't wait. Right, I love you too. Bye.
I've known June for a number of years, and I know she's had a significant drug habit in the past, and I know she's tried really hard to deal with that. She's proved that she can lead a drug-free life, and she's now put herself in a position where she should have a good opportunity not to reoffend on release.
I think you understand what happened. Did you in your pockets?
No.
Teresa is back with the result from her court case. Teresa's hopes of getting out have been shattered, and she now has another 2 years behind bars.
It's my wee baby I feel sorry for, because they really thought that I was getting him a day. So, I need to phone them and say, they'll obviously not be now. I was expecting an out, fuck. I was, man. And it's not even with the sentence, fuck, 2 years is nothing. Even if I had to do the full 2 year, man, it's fuck all. It's the way now, man, innit? Nothing else matters. Our wains, our talent, said to them. But, fuck, I'd rather be there doing it. So, I'm gutted.
One of the young offenders is already back at Cornton Vale, having fallen back into drug taking. She's stabbed and slashed one of her friends.
I'd kind of trashed my house up, and then we went outside and we was arguing. He was shouting abuse at me and I was shouting abuse back at him, and I ended up saying to him, "Do you want me to put a blade through you?" And he said, "Yeah, go on, do it, I bet you won't do it." So I then went to my house and grabbed a knife and came out, and I can't exactly remember all what happened, but I know that I've stabbed him here. His side was in 4 inches in there, and his back was 2 inches in. But I think on one of either or, I've clipped his elbow with it, and it's sliced his elbow, and they've had to pull the skin over and stitch it, because it's been like a flap. But this was on the Monday, and he was in hospital till the Thursday, but then I ended up getting caught, and I ended up like resisting arrest and fighting with them and everything, so I ended up with 4 police assaults as well.
Laurie's family have been devastated.
I phoned my stepmom and dad, but they've hung up on me twice, so I've wrote them a letter, and I'm too scared to phone them now. You know what I mean, in case they don't answer the phone or whatever, so.
She phoned a couple of times and I couldn't bring myself. In fact, her father answered the first 2 calls and he just put the phone down. And I couldn't bring myself to speak to her because I was so angry, I was so upset, and I just thought, I don't believe you've done this again, you know, but this time you've really done this. This isn't a case of just injecting somebody, just about causing somebody to die. This is, Laurie, you are needing help, not to stab somebody just once, but 4 times. And this boy was in hospital for a week with a tube in his side, you know, and I mean, she could have killed him. Also the fact that she did it in a children's park, I didn't think she was capable of that. I didn't think she was capable of that. One person said, "Laurie's such a bonny lassie, she could have had it all." And she could have had it all. What's going to happen to her now? You know, she's going to get locked up for a long time, and then what's going to happen, you know?
How do you feel about the future? I don't feel that I've got a future at the moment, because I've kind of fucked it up for myself.
Laurie is facing 5 years behind bars.
No.
6 months after leaving prison, Kerry is still living at home. She too has been involved in a violent attack. Although Kerry was on the receiving end.
I was seeing a lassie and we'd finished, and then she looked right into my face and done that. Slash. There, see that there? And I just done that. You slashed me. She's done, "What, do you want a fucking gain?" I was like, "No, what?" And walked away, and the blood was pushing at me, man. I was like, fucking, I can't believe my blood just slashed me.
But despite all the pressure, Kerry has managed to stay drug-free.
People take it and they stop me in the street and say, "Who's go?" and "Where can I get this?" and "Have you get this?" and "Have you get that?" and "Have you see stuff to make it up?" and all that. And I'm like, I'm not taking it. Can you please stop saying that, and please stop me in the street and asking me for money and stuff, and that my ma's there or my family's there or somebody's there, because it's really embarrassing. I says, "Mum, they better than these, and I'll still speak to you, say hi in the street and that, but that's as far as it'll go, because I'm not taking it anymore and I don't want to be associated with it." You know what I mean? I don't. I'm doing well, you know what I mean? I'm doing really, really well, and I'm so proud of myself.
Every time I see her now, she's a lot happier and chirpy. So she says,
full of beans.
Full of beans, gives a good laugh.
I know, and I'm much better looking and all that, and I've got a good card about myself. And
you're not doing the dumps.
No, I'm not in the gutter, you mean? I was in the gutter. But I'm alright now.
Thanks, Laura.
Then come back now.
All the best, right?
Well, I didn't tell you.
After 6 years behind bars, June is free.
I've met a lot of the best people that I've met in my life in here. And you get close to them, and it's like being part of my family. They're like part of my family.
Julie has come down to take her mum home.
See you, Max. All the best.
In Cornton Vale, all under 21s are housed in the young offenders block.
Here's my fucking sight, man.
They're a volatile group, and most of them are repeat offenders, already with long criminal records. One of the prison's best-known characters is back from court.
Understand what happened to you today?
Aye.
Pled not guilty, and it was accepted?
Aye.
Anything in your pockets?
Blade.
Have you?
No.
Go and take a wee seat in there.
She has a bit of a reputation.
I'm known to everybody, Stephanie Barr. Because I'm always all over the papers for doing this and doing that, when I got my ASBO, it was teen terror, gets ASBO and then jail, and it was like 4 or 5 pages worth, you know what I mean? Stephanie Barr. I think I'm just a wee arsehole. That's what I think. I do think I'm a wee arsehole, but I'm a good wife, you know what I mean? I'm not a wee arsehole in a good way. When I'm full of drink, I'm a heavy arsehole, but see when I'm low, I'm just a cheeky wee arsehole.
Stephanie's life on the outside is chaos.
I was staying in hostels and they were only lasting me 6 hours because I was in parties and kids were getting stabbed and shit like that. It's just setting the houses on fire and stuff, so I ended up back in jail. Only lasted like 2 months at a time, but I can't learn. I can't.
Do not return.
Stephanie is totally at home inside Cornton Vale.
It's great. It's not even a punishment in here. Only thing you miss is your freedom. See, if I didn't have a telly, I only had one bed and nothing, bare was, nothing at all. See, if I had nothing, then I'd learn then. I wouldn't want to come back. It's the fact that it's not a punishment. You'll come back, you've got your telly, you can get your drugs, you can get your stuff up on your wall, you've got your bed. The only thing you can't get is alcohol, except if you make gooch and if you want to go blind, then fair dues, drink it.
Not all the women feel the same way about being behind bars. 25-year-old Michelle has been in Cornton Vale for over 6 months. Classified as a chronic self-harmer. As a child, Michelle was sexually abused.
I lived with my mum till I was 8, and I went into care. Then I went back to my mum's, and I went to my dad's, and I went to my mum's. And then I used to run away and stay at my dad's. I was a daddy's girl until one day. And that was it.
It's a crime in Scotland to try and commit suicide in a public place. Nearly all of Michelle's offences relate to her suicide attempts.
Her offending isn't typical offending behaviour. I mean, she doesn't beat up folk, steal things, anything like that. Her offending is usually self-harming, like out in the community, so it's like a breach of the peace, and then obviously getting into fights with the police when she's picked up, because she's usually drunk. Michelle will stop offending when she gets help with the problems in her head with regard to her past. To deal with her past, she gets drunk. When she gets drunk, she obviously becomes depressed. When she becomes depressed, she starts self-harming. When she starts self-harming, she starts breaking the law because she's doing it in public and gets brought back into prison. Until she learns how to deal with issues in her past without using alcohol, then she'll keep coming back in. But we're not going to make her better. We just need to keep her safe.
Life for a lot of the women is very difficult. They'll tell you that they have an abusive partner, they'll have issues with their children, they'll have poor housing, they'll have very little money because there's no income coming in apart from benefits. They may be forced into prostitution, they may have a drug habit, or their partner may have a drug habit that they have to help to feed. And so their life is totally chaotic, and therefore prison becomes very much a safe place for them and almost a haven for them in that terrible chaotic lifestyle.
98% of women in Cornton Vale have drug or alcohol addiction issues. 25-year-old Debbie and her mate Gemma have left drugs behind, so they have to get their kicks in other ways.
Cheating on his wife, look, she's ugly, look, stay here.
Oh my
show you
God.
Look.
Oh no, that's just...
I know, look, stay her,
I
Debbie.
know. Oh my God, look at the state here, compared to Cheryl as well.
Cheryl's beautiful.
I know.
And he's cheated on her.
Aye, with a pure stinker. Celebrity
This
life
is
and
real
that,
life.
that's what we live on in
This is
here,
my
but
own
me and Jem,
Debbie.
aye. Me and, that's all me, oh
Look
my
at Amy
God.
Winehouse. Look how she started.
I know.
Look at her now.
That's a shame,
That's
isn't
what,
it?
that's what drugs do to you.
Aye, that's what drugs do to you.
Debbie has used her jail sentence to kick her drug habit.
Before I came into prison, I had a really bad drug problem. I was taking like Valium and heroin and out shoplifting all the time and just stealing off my mum constantly, breaking my family apart, do you know what I mean? It's no fair. I had a lovely house and I wanted to sell everything out my house and all that to keep my habit going and that. It's terrible. So I'm lucky I've been saved basically with the prison. That's what I think. I've had another chance, if you know what I mean, of doing something different in my life and I get out this time than actually going the way I went every other time I get out, do you know what I mean?
Debbie has been inside for nearly 2 years after somebody she supplied with drugs died after overdosing. Debbie has just a week to go before she is released.
Can't wait to get out, get a job in that, start again. I'll not be back this time, honestly. I'm sick of it. Sick of coming in and out of prison all the time it's a waste of life, do you know what I mean? I'm 25-year-old and I've been coming in and out since I was 21. I can't be bothered with it anymore, do you know what I mean? It's time I got a life now.
To help the women get jobs on their release, the prison offers women practical skills training. 22-year-old Gemma has used the last 5 years of her sentence to become a fully qualified hairdresser.
The lasses need toiletries and all that, and they get a chance to come out here and get their hair washed, feel better, get their eyebrows waxed, their legs waxed, their hair done. Because when they come in, some of the lasses have been taking drugs outside and they've no time to do it. Their lives have been hectic outside. So you come in and you help them and you get feeling better, eh? Yeah. I've been doing this 5 years now. I'm qualified, so you get something out of it. So it's a really good thing. Hairdressing's brilliant, I love it. But I've always loved it.
In the care unit, Michelle is getting increasingly anxious about her impending court case.
I feel like I'm going to crack up. See, when I feel like doing something to myself, really doing something, I feel really sick. That's how I feel. My stomach starts jumping and that. I could just get locked in. Start shaking now in my hands. I shake when I want to do something to myself.
With her mood so low, staff are worried that Michelle may be on the brink of returning to serious self-harming.
The only worry with the staff now is she's going to court on Thursday and she could get a sentence or she could go into this alcohol programme that she's hoping to go into. And really for staff it's just to see what's going to happen on Thursday, because that could really go in her mood and she may then again go to the point again where she feels she needs to self-harm.
With just 4 days until she's released, Debbie's hopes of a new start are already being put to the test.
My social workers haven't got me a house or nothing, so I still don't know where I'm going to live. But I'm sure they'll get me somewhere. Well, hopefully they get me somewhere. I don't know yet. Don't know what's happening. I'm really, I don't know, I'm anxiety about getting out, do you know what I mean? Because I don't know where I'm going. And I wouldn't like to be homeless in this weather, no way.
Debbie isn't allowed to go back to her mum's, as the victim's family live nearby. She's heard, though, that one of the key workers might be able to use a contact to get her a place at a hostel.
I'm waiting for the social to get me a house, because I'm homeless basically, Leslie, for getting out. 25. I'm out in a week and they don't know. Still not got me anywhere to stay.
I'm looking for a wee bit of help for one of the girls that's getting out next week. You know, she's 25, but she's homeless. She can't move in with her mum. Have you got any places available, or? Right, there's a girl who deals specifically with ex-offenders.
Right.
You need to meet your homeless application, and there might be a good chance that they could get you in. But still no guarantees, but don't let me down.
No,
because
I
I've went
won't.
out my way to get
I
you that.
won't,
Okay. So that's you.
Right, thanks very much.
Good luck.
Leslie. Thanks.
It looks as if there might be a chance of a place by the time Debbie gets out. In the care unit, Michelle has had to cut herself to calm her nerves about court.
The first thing she did was she smashed her toilet during the night shift. She cut herself up, she started cutting her face. She said she started cutting her face because that she'd started crying and she couldn't cope with the fact that she was crying because she doesn't like to show emotion. So the reaction to that was that she started to cut her face.
I feel better. I think I'm hurting myself instead of hurting my dad. But I've cut myself for 10 years now, 11 years nearly. So I'm used to it. I know what I'm doing. Can't believe it on my face again. All the scars were just filled up on my face. They were just like scars now. I've got to go to court like this tomorrow and I'm pure embarrassed.
Staff are worried that Michelle will be even more depressed and maybe even suicidal on her return from Glasgow Sheriff Court. "19-year-old Stephanie is about to revisit society. Her mate Charlene reckons she won't last long.
3 weeks and she'll be back in.
Why do you think that's?
Because she's a wee arse and can't do it. Just gets through it and ends up fighting with the police.
Fuck, I don't care, man. I'll try and stay out for as long as I can. This time anyway. But you're blaming me for it.
Prison life now gives Stephanie the security that she lacked during her childhood.
My gran brought me up, and because my mum didn't want me or something like that. And then my mum was into drugs and all that and drinking all the time. My nana was drinking for a while too. When I was 60, I thought, I'm not going to go through what my nana done when she was drinking all the time, because she was coming home, steaming all the time, fucking going mental all the time. Then I went out, just one time I went out and thought, fuck it, I'll have a drink. But I started off smoking hash first, and then I had a drink, and then ever since I had that drink, I've not stopped having a drink. When I'm drunk, I do stupid things, I do. But it's good, you get a good laugh too when you're drinking. But you just need to know when to stop. But I don't.
She's a colourful character. She's a likeable person as well, but I mean, she just doesn't care. There's nothing can harm Steph, you know what I mean? She thinks she's like kind of like invincible, you know, and she continuously goes out, gets herself drunk and just gets herself lifted and comes back in, you know. But I heard stories from the lassies that she was like on buses and stuff like that, just beating up bus drivers while driving buses and stuff like that. They're on the stories and stuff like that, but just not a care in the world, you know. You know, whatever the system does, you know, it's certainly no doing anything for her.
Today's tabloids aren't the usual fun for Gemma. One paper is featuring several Cornton Vale lifers, and 6 years ago, Gemma and her mother were both convicted of a brutal murder.
Scotland's most evil. Evil runs in the family. It just hurts me, do you know what I mean? It really does, because the victim was my ma's best pal for 10 years. It was never meant to go that way, and I don't want people outside thinking I'm up here living it up and whatever else. There's no day in my life that I don't think and regret and be remorseful, do you know what I mean, for what I've done. It's something never leaves you, never ever. And I was only 16 at the time. It's a horrible thing to go through. What do you do about it? Like, look at me, I was only a wee lassie.
Gemma still has 6 years to serve. Her mate Debbie is out tomorrow. Still with no definite accommodation lined up, Debbie's personal officer Scott goes to check on her.
So what's your plans then?
I don't know. I'm not allowed to go to my mum's, so I have to go to a homeless place for 28 days and then they're moving me to Cumbernauld. But my mum's getting a house, so I'm moving in with her, so hopefully that's what's happening.
that's your only option, having to go to this homeless
thing in
refuge.
Springcairns. Once my mum gets a house, everything will be fine. It's just until then.
As well just staying in here.
I know. I says I'd rather just stay in here till mum gets a house. And then, I know, exactly.
I think if that's all that's been sorted for you, you just need to accept that and try and go on with it, you know. I don't think it's ideal for Debbie to be going into that kind of accommodation, you know. I've often got my reservations about these kind of places, you know. But unfortunately, that's the only place that they seem to be able to offer her, and she'll just need to accept that and go on with that. But I would certainly have my concerns when she's out there without, you know, support being in place for her. But, you know, this is where the system falls down, you know. She comes in here, she's in the drug-free unit, she's doing well, and then she's just thrown back out to the wolves.
Debbie is also about to leave the addiction support unit, which is essentially a self-help area for the girls who are trying to avoid the temptation of drugs.
We help each other, because we've all been through it, even in the prison or outside the prison, we've all been through it. The same kind of circumstances as each other, so
like me, I'm a lifer, so like, people are talking about getting out all the time, right? So, and I'm stuck, and you're like, oh God, they're getting out, and that's all they're talking about. All they're going about is drugs, and you're trying to keep away from certain drugs or whatever. Do you know what I mean? You're trying to do yourself a bit better. Do you know what I mean? Stay away from it, and then they're trying to put in your face.
It's a good unit to be in. You're stable in it, I feel, when you're in this unit.
Definitely, you're stable.
You get to the point where you don't want to leave the jail and people go, oh, that's crazy. It's not. What are you going out to?
Exactly.
Because this actually becomes the only thing you've got going. I think it's pretty sad that she's got all these anxieties, she's going out to nothing.
Debbie's friend, Carol Ann, knows how hard life can get on the outside. The last time she got out, she turned back to drugs and found herself homeless and ended up back inside.
It all started off like a relationship broke down, and then obviously I started turning to using drugs, dabbling in drugs again, and that led to me losing like somewhere to stay. Just everything just fell away for then.
She's just heard, though, that the parole board might be about to give her a second chance.
I just feel like everything that the parole board had issues with, that I've sort of dealt with that, so I feel quite positive because there's nothing else that I could sit and say, well, I never did this, I never done that. I've dealt with like the issues that got me returned to jail, so I'm just feeling a bit anxious. It's an unknown, just sitting about waiting. Just time seems to stop.
Back in the care unit, after the high of taking speed, Michelle is now on a massive downer.
I had a very bad weekend with Michelle. Basically what happened was she was found during one of the routine 15-minute checks with a ligature around her neck. She had to be restrained by staff because she was fighting with when they were trying to get the ligature off, which turned out to be strips of towel. I then placed her high risk 15, which meant she had nothing in her cell. We then went in 15 minutes later and she had another ligature around her neck. The only way that must have been in her cell was probably banked. So the staff again removed that, and Michelle was placed on 24-hour guard, basically because she's a danger to herself, and she had stated that she would not be here in the morning, and also that she had more ligatures banked, and we just couldn't take a chance with her.
Just lost the plot now. Tied someone around my neck twice within a minute. Then I blocked my windpipe with toilet roll.
Michelle is now on 24-hour guard as staff suspect she has banked more ligatures with which to strangle herself.
Staff in Ross House have probably the most difficult job of a residential staff in dealing with very vulnerable women who self-harm on a regular basis and behave bizarrely and violently quite often. So they do keep people very, very safe that are sometimes determined to harm themselves significantly.
Working in here has made us all pretty used to that, which isn't a good thing. We're very much just going to get the ligature off mode, get the nurse in mode, and I think it's just unfortunate that the staff think that is part of their job now, which it shouldn't be. It should be absolutely shocking to open the door and see somebody trying to take their own life, but unfortunately for staff in here, it's just another job that they've got to do. But it could be up to 5 times a day we're taking ligatures off people's necks, same girls, different girls, because again there was somebody else in the same night then had a ligature around their neck. It's just one of these things that the staff have got to do.
Stephanie is out tomorrow and already has plans to celebrate her freedom.
I think I'll go out, have a bottle of wine, but then I start on a bottle of wine and then I go to a bottle of wine to some Ectos, to some Valley, and then to a bottle of vodka or something like that, and just go right in a circle and back in the jail. I go, I need to stop, but I was just willing to listen to myself. I've nothing else better to do, so I just go out and get fully, and then my day just goes by when I do that. So maybe if I get a job or something, then I'll have something to do and I'll not need to do that all the time. So,
on her release, Stephanie is going back to a hostel.
Some of the women suffer from little choice if they go back to the community they've come from, to the lack of prospects in terms of jobs, in terms of education if they're young, in terms of housing. So until we can do something about the social difficulties that they face, inevitably some of them will believe that a life of crime is perhaps the only career choice they've got, and they're back in here within a few weeks.
After nearly 2 years of getting off drugs and managing to stay stable on a methadone course, it's the day of Debbie's release from Cornton Vale.
Ready to go. I'm going to miss all the lasses in that bit, so it's going to be weird. The day's actually came that I'm getting out, so I'm excited. I just need to take all these things down, and then that's me ready to go. Well, I'm excited. I don't even know what I'm going to do when I get out. I'm going to be lost to 12 o'clock. I've got nothing to do because I've got appointments at 12 and that, but when I get out, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to be lost.
Just hope she doesn't come back. She'll do fine. As long as you get somewhere to stay, she'll be alright.
I'm prescribed methadone, but she's wrote on the letter of the day to get meth on day of lib. But I'm not going to stay in my meth for long. I just need to stay on it now to stabilise myself, so I don't go back out and just use again. Do you know what I mean? I've been in it here too many times. I'm sick of it, man. I'm going to go out and get a real life.
That's the moan about lassies coming back to the jail. If they had stuff in place for them, they wouldn't have them coming back. Once you get out of these gates, there's only so many people get help.
Oh, I'm sweating that. I don't know what to do with myself. See you later, right?
Look, I don't.
Oh, take care, I'll send you nice pills and that, and I won't get them today and send them out, promise, right? I'll see you. See you later, right? I'll write to you, right? I promise I will send nice pills and that and for you, right? Bye. Make you good here. Be good. I will. See you later. Bye. I'm free. Right, see you later, right? I hope no. Oh, I'm actually out. Oh, it feels brilliant to be out in the open again. Just don't know what I'm going to do now, but it feels brilliant. Just walking out there, I know that I don't need to go back. Feels great, man. Just hope I'm never back in there again. Never say never though. So you don't know. Feels mad being out. Don't know what I'm going to do with myself now. I don't know yet. I'm a bit lost. Standing here a bit lost. I don't know what to do.
Debbie has her new start, but Carol Ann has to convince the parole board that she deserves a second chance.
I seem to remember looking in your dossier, there was a time when you had a positive drug test.
Yes.
Was that for cannabis or what was that from?
No, that was heroin.
Right. And what happened there? You just had a low day or?
Things were, yeah, I had a lot of family stuff going on and my mum was going into a home and there was just a number of things going on. And
from what you were saying earlier, you've moved on quite a lot from there.
Yeah.
Okay. I did note that you were quite upset before Christmas because I think that was when you'd found out that your children were being adopted, is that right? Yeah. How are you feeling about that now?
I knew it was always going to happen, but I just feel like it was unfair to go ahead without me being present.
Okay.
And I feel that's something that I'm going to challenge when I get released.
So you haven't got any contact
No.
rights at all?
No.
When I usually get out of prison, I usually just go somewhere to go and score for drugs, but I'm not doing that this time. A total different route. I'm going to go to Stirling, get a wee drink, and that's it. Start a fresh start with no drugs involved. Just a start.
When I got out on licence, I got accommodation in Stirling, homeless accommodation. That started to break down because it was shared accommodation and there was things going on with other tenants in the house that I felt was putting me in a vulnerable situation.
Do you mean like drugs?
And then I think my coping skills were quite low at that point, and that's
Were
when
you feeling quite low then? Or?
Yeah, and I started dabbling in drugs again.
Why would you be less of a risk if the parole board let you out this time?
I think I'm more aware of how quick things can fall away, and that I do need to have more backup to make sure that it doesn't lead to go as far as how it went previously. And I can sort of identify to where things have went wrong in the time that I was out.
Debbie's new start begins in a bed and breakfast 5 miles outside Stirling.
I just feel lost. I just feel as if I'm isolated in the middle of nowhere because I don't know anybody from Adam here. Do you know what I mean? And it's a horrible feeling I feel dead isolated. See, like the new, I'd rather be back in the jail. And I know that sounds funny, but I've got routine and that in there. Do you know what I mean? I've been brought out of the jail, went to my social worker, and she's flung me in a shithole like this. But at least she's done something to help me. I'm not living in the streets. Do you know what I mean? But I don't like it at all.
As a lifer, Gemma has got used to seeing her friends move on.
Well, I've been here since I was 16, so it's devastating. I'm 22 now. I got out when I was 18 for a year for my appeal, but it didn't work. I think if I didn't get that year out, I wouldn't have grew up, because I came in 16 and I don't think you grow up for then. I think you always feel 16. At least I experienced it for a year. At least I can say I've went to dancing and done things that I would never have got today if I was still in here. But I've got an appeal this year, so if it happens then it's a bonus, but if it doesn't then look. I've got 6 years left on. I don't think about it anymore. It doesn't enter my head. This is what you see here, this is my house. This is what I've got, this is me. But at the start when I first got my sentence when I was 16, I seen people going, I used to break my heart greeting every night. But I'm lucky in here that I've done a qualification, I've no fell into drugs and I've no been doing slippery slopes, which you can do in here, which is very easily in here, do you know what I mean? Don't get me wrong, I'm the angel, but I'm not the worst.
Back in the care unit, Michelle is due to be released tomorrow.
So what are you going to do?
Get mad with it. I'm going to take my key and go up to Mum's and just walk in. She's going to think I'm escaped because she doesn't think I'm out till the 14th of March.
How are you feeling about getting out?
Brilliant.
Then they'll not be here to look after you.
They need to look after me. I can look after myself. I don't need a 24-hour guard.
Are you not scared that you're not here though when you're out there?
No, because then I can do what I want. If I want to do it, then I can do it. Wait till I get out. Fucking pointless in here, just get caught.
Michelle's release back into the community tomorrow will mean she's free to take her own life. With Michelle making her intentions on release clear, a crisis meeting with the staff and Michelle's psychiatrist is called.
I need to share with people what you were saying when we spoke earlier. When you're actively saying to me that you want to end your life and you're on 24-hour guard just now, Michelle. I think we wouldn't be doing our job if we didn't look to keep you safe when you leave here tomorrow. And in the past, you've been felt to require hospitalisation for a period when you've felt suicidal. And we're in that situation again.
I didn't think so. I'm not going back into me funny for him. I'm danger. He's done that to me the last time.
I think we're all genuinely concerned about you because your behaviour over the last few days has been quite worrying for people. You know, when you're actively saying you're still wanting to do something like jump off a bridge or something.
So, it's my choice, is it? You're born to die, so...
As it stands, you're a risk if you go out tomorrow. I think the problem is that sometimes when people's mood's a bit low, they make decisions they wouldn't make when they're feeling happier. And your mood's been a bit lower, and that's when you've started harming yourself and trying to kill yourself. So it might be when your mood picks up again, you don't feel that way. Right at this minute, if your decisions are affected by your mood, we need to make sure we keep you safe. Because you might regret that decision in a week or so.
Instead of her expected release, Michelle will now be taken to a psychiatric unit for her own protection.
Concern is that she might act on these suicidal threats that she's got. But in the short term, because it's such a rush situation, it has to really be considering hospital under detention under the Mental Health Act.
Who does she think she is anyway? She can go and fucking get her dad and get to fuck, I'm telling you. I'm going through there to see her. Just man, stop. No wonder I want to see her. No, that fucking boot.
As Michelle leaves for hospital, the next batch of prisoners arrives.
I think some of the women are here that have borderline personality disorder and other mental health issues are here because there are clearly not enough services for them outside the criminal justice system. We've got to remember that they've all broken the law or they've been to court and they've been accused of something. So they're in the criminal justice system, so therefore they have to be dealt with by the courts. But the courts really don't have much option. If they believe that the person has committed an offence or they need to be kept somewhere in custody before a court appearance, there's nowhere else really for them to go but into prison.
It's been a month since Debbie was liberated from Cornton Vale. Carol Ann is still waiting to hear about her parole and is still in touch with Debbie.
She sent a couple of cards to me and the girls telling us how she was getting on and asking what was happening with my parole and stuff. She's fine, she's just saying she's in a bed and breakfast and just bearing by every day, so that was it. And she was just talking about her dog. So.
Carol Ann may soon be joining Debbie if the parole board decides she should get a second chance.
The parole board's just going to make a decision whether or not to release me early, like back into the community, or if I stay for the remainder of my sentence, which is another year, so hopefully they'll take into consideration what I've did in this year being back in and allow me back out on licence. Like I've tried to address the issues that led me to being brought back. I can sort of identify maybe where it all went wrong a bit.
Stephanie Barr has been released and is back in Dumbarton. Her life on the outside has been far from peaceful.
Somebody whacked me with a big massive stick, a big plank of stick that holds a smashed window up. Like that bit of stick, it just done that. Fuck you, hand knocked us out with it. Can't remember hanging all the inside of my ears off, fucking busting everything, all bruised. But I'm going to get them back for it anyway. Fuck it. Can't believe it, man. Look at Harry. Just, I can't even remember, I was at a steaming one. So I was. I'm wanting to go and get a draw this stripe, Michelle, right? Today. Is that alright, aye?
Apart from revenging her black eye, Stephanie is making no long-term plans for the future.
I didn't have a plan until now. I'm just going to get a drink and that's it. See what happens after that. See what we do for there. Don't know, probably madness. It's Friday, so we'll be steaming. Nah, there's nothing to do for me anyway, but I'll do this and then just see what happens for there. Basically, they're horrible, man, pure bad, it's not out. After I drink your bottle of Southern Comfort. Get on me.
For over 3 years, Stephanie has been constantly in and out of jail. Michelle has been released from hospital and is at home in Aberdeen with her mum.
I came out, went to the pub, got steaming, got a bottle of vodka, came up here. Just feel the same, at least I can get a drink when I'm out here, but I didn't stop drinking, I drink all the time. And I need to get a job, but I don't kind of get a job because of my tablets and that, so I might just need to do cash in hand or something like that. Just have to wait and see.
Michelle's mum, Catherine, suffered from a cardiac arrest years ago, leaving her blind and unable to give Michelle the support she needs.
But it's when she quit the drinking, she went for smack to drink, sort of thing. But I suppose drink's better than smack, there it is. Lord Ash didn't take any. I'm just wondering if she ends up back in the jail again.
What is it she's trying to kind of deal with?
Yeah, I think because she got raped when she was younger by her dad.
And how do you help her with that, Catherine? That's really
She doesn't talk about it, she doesn't say anything about it at all. I tried to get her help years ago, but she wouldn't go to psychiatrists or she wouldn't do nothing about it. I don't know if she did anything about it now because she doesn't tell me.
Michelle spent most of her childhood in care, living apart from her brother Jamie.
She got ripped away from the family at a young age, so she never really had her mother, her sisters or her brother to tell her what's right from wrong, more or less.
How would you describe her?
Loose cannon.
They try to say I'm a
She'll
bit
do
manic.
anything. She'll take anything that gets offered to her. She does stupid things like try to hang herself and try to put toilet roll down her tube to block her windpipe. It's just stuff like that. She needs locked up.
When I've not got my tablets, so I need to get a doctor. I've not had them since I was in Cornton Vale 2 days ago.
You don't need tablets for stuff like that, Michelle. You need a brain.
You got one of them?
You did, hey? Still up there somewhere.
Back in Cornton Vale, Carol Ann has just received a letter from the parole board.
I'm writing to inform you the parole board has recommended to the ministers that you should be granted early release on parole licence. It was noted that since her recall, Miss Boyle has remained in HM prison where she is at low supervision. She withdrew from drugs and was transferred to Wallace House.
Hey, she's getting out on Tuesday. Good, eh? She's got parole. Brilliant to hear that. Brilliant. And that's 6 years. She's done, 5.5 she's done, so it's good. Good to see somebody get out, but I'll miss her. Because she's a good pal. She's a good laugh.
The last time Carol Ann was released, she was brought back in within 4 weeks. She's hoping to stay clean this time, even away from the support of her prison friends.
I'm fine, I'm just a wee bit nervous. I'll be fine once I'm at the gate. I don't like saying cheerio to people. That's what I'm stressing about. I'd rather just go without. I'm just no good at leaving people, so. Especially in here, you're leaving people, it's still a lot of time today, so. I'm glad I'm leaving, but part of me's still a wee bit. You get in here, you've got people who are enjoy the time and company. And then you're walking out the gate and it's like, it's just sad. You'd like to keep in touch with some of them.
Gemma has seen girls leave and come straight back into Cornton Vale her whole sentence.
You go in?
You're excited to leave. I know, I hate saying cheerio to people.
Right, see you later.
See you later. Right,
Take care. I will.
Right, I'm going.
Right, see you later.
If Carol Ann breaches her parole again, she'll be back for another year. There's a familiar face back in Cornton Vale. After one day at home, Michelle assaulted a police officer.
She was out for a day and she got drunk and she got rearrested because she was drunk. Obviously her tolerance levels were low when it comes to alcohol because she's not had alcohol since she's been in here or hospital. I went mad, started fighting with them and that. I can't really remember, I was steaming drunk. So they tried to put me in a blue suit and I was having none of it. So I started fighting with them. They said I was pulling my hair out and that, but I did believe them. I can't remember doing that. I shouldn't be here, I didn't do anything this time. I'll change.
Michelle's past means that she's put straight onto suicide watch.
They check on you every 15 minutes. But I don't need it. I haven't done anything since before I left the hospital. And I've not done anything in here. I didn't even cut myself or anything. My lighter's still intact. And I set any fires or anything, so there's no reason to keep me on it.
Michelle is not the only familiar face back behind bars.
A chicken salad roll, a spring roll with a quiche. Oh, you shut the fuck up!
Stephanie Barr is back.
You fucking look exactly as the cunt I was just talking to 2 seconds ago. And what? Something started, a fight started, and my pal got stabbed, and he was lying in the middle of the road, and the police came from everywhere, calling to Zoe and everything, and tried to jail me for a breach of the peace. And I was saying to them, look, my pal's lying in the middle of the road, being stabbed. And she's like, I don't care, we're jailing you. And I was just, because I was full of Valium, I just stuck a heat in her, and her nose burst everywhere, and I couldn't stop laughing, and I was trying to say I was sorry. And she's like, nah, I'm not accepting it, and she battered me. I was raging. I get charged for, because I heated her, right, and her nose burst, so that was a serious assault because there was blood involved. And then I get done for a breach of the peace, assistant arrest and vandalism, all within the space of 30 minutes. And I can't remember a thing. I just blank out, it's like everything is just like, I can't see, my eyes are open, but I can't see anything, what I'm doing, so I don't know. And then like, sometimes when I wake up in the police station, I need to ask what I'm in for. I could be in for murder or anything. I don't even know, I need to say to them, look, you need to tell me what I'm in here for. Wake up and covered in blood, wake up in a blue suit, I don't even know, you know what I mean?
Unfortunately, some of them get into that cycle of offending and re-offending. They just cannot seem to get out of an offending lifestyle. There are so many things out with the prison system that probably need to be looked at holistically: housing, employment, support for families, support for women as mothers, drug problems, mental health problems. There are so many things that need to be done to stop women coming to prison.
Since arriving back, Michelle is trying to understand how she can come to terms with her emotions.
1 minute I'm up there and I'm never in the middle, and the next minute I'm away doing there. But I get dead hyper and then I come doing my bang. I just feel so angry all the time, just want to smash everything up.
The next day, Michelle is on her way to court again, facing the same charges of resisting arrest. Later, Michelle is released from court, but the staff know that the root causes of her problems have not been addressed.
Michelle will be back in, definitely. Michelle will be an offender for the rest of her days, definitely. Because she'll know she won't get the help that she needs. She just refuses to deal with her. I mean, she's got abuse issues in her past, pretty prolific abuse issues, and she just won't seek the help. She's not got a support network on the outside. She's not got family and friends around about her that she can talk to, that she can express her feelings in a kind of natural way, the way that most people in the public do.
It's 4 months since Debbie was released, and she's as determined as ever to stay clean.
Because that's me moved back in with my mum now, and I'm starting college in August, and that's my life just getting back to normal. Because it was just, my life was upside down. I can't tell you the future holds, but I know that it doesn't revolve around drugs. All my circle of friends that I was taking drugs with, I've not got rid of them. I just don't associate with them anymore. They weren't really pals in the first place. They were just associates that I got my drugs off. We sat, we took my drugs, we done whatever. But I'm not in that circle of friends. I've got a total different new circle of friends now. So my life's good though. Aye, everything's looking good for me. Well, hopefully it is. I'm not going to ever go back away. I'm going to just go forward in my life now. Do you know what I mean? I'm 25-year-old, and that's me just realising I need to get a grip and get a life. Do you know what I mean? My life's just been revolved around drugs, and I can't be bothered with that now. I just want to get my own house and get a life. I think that's about it.
Since getting out, Debbie has only seen Carol Ann once.
Hopefully she's staying out of trouble. She better be, for her own sake, because she'll not get another chance at a parole and all that. It's no fair. She fucks up. Hopefully she's all right.
Carol Ann has been housed in her own new flat in Stirling.
Now I know that I'm here, I'm going to be settled, I'm not moving on house to house, because you get a wee bit mixed up when you're moving from place to place. I mean, if they put me into, oh God, that's freezing. If they put me into like a flat like they did the last time, that was shared accommodation, and it just didn't work. Like, people were in and out of the house all the time. So I'm glad that I'm here. I seem to have everything like working out, so
90% of women leaving Cornton Vale return to using drugs.
I don't think I'll ever go back to prison life. This time I want to make it, and with the ultimatum my dad's given me, if I prove to him that I can stay like out of prison for a year and clean, he will open a salon for me. So I'm quite prepared to take that up.
Unfortunately, some of the women believe that this is the safest and best home they've ever had in their life. They are probably abused by someone in their life, a partner, perhaps a parent or a member of the family. Maybe they're forced into prostitution, but a lot of them will say, I feel better in here, I feel safe, I can get away from all the troubles in my life. And unfortunately, some of them, when they leave, will even ask the question, what do I need to do to get a long sentence so I can stay longer? And that is a really sad reflection of the sort of society that we have, I suppose, that we're sending people out of the prison and we know that they're going to come back again because the prison is the place they feel safest.
Since being filmed, Michelle has served more sentences in Cornton Vale.
What are we intent?
Nah, shut up, you wee dick.
Give him for the next 2 weeks.
No.
What the fuck, man? You know you will.
Yeah.
Even though her charges were dropped, Stephanie has since been sentenced for another serious assault. Since getting out, Debbie has successfully completed a beautician course and has never again been in any trouble. Carol Ann was recalled to Cornton Vale, having breached her parole conditions.